Well, hello there. You find yourselves inside of an office. The sound of a typewriter going off with an old lady sitting behind a desk. You've all been called to a Mr. Knott's office from picking out a news article to help him investigate a house for $25. As you've entered the office, you've taken a number, and as such, Sorenjay, your number is called. Would you step up to the front desk and introduce yourself?
Right, so I am Sorenjay, and I am playing the character of Inid Door.
And what exactly has drawn you to this investigation?
Inid is an investigator. She has an obsession with the occult, and she is utterly convinced that no one else can do anything right except her. So she is here to solve the mystery, since no one else will be capable in her mind.
Fair enough. Cap, would you like to step up to the front desk and introduce yourself?
All right there, lads. Well, my name's, go by Cap if you like. It's Captain Hero Man now. And I'm playing the character of Elric McWumbus. Elric McWumbus has turned up here. He's here with his stepsister Gertrude. And he's here trying to give her a nice wee day out. Figured he might as well make $25 in the process.
Fair enough. And now, Toucan, would you step up to the front desk and introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Toucan. You can call me Ethan, that's my first name. And I am playing Gertrude. No last name. She doesn't remember. And Gertrude just is here because she saw $sign. She doesn't even understand anything else past that, but she saw $sign on the pamphlet, and so she's just here. Her stepbrother brought her here.
And last but not least, Cartman, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yep, so I'm Cartman. My character name is Donny Cartmanian. My friends call me Cartman, funny enough. Born in London. I am a ex-war hero, fought in France, and I come to Boston for business.
We don't want your backstory, Cartman.
You got it anyway.
Right now, all you need is just why you're here. So, as time goes by, you see people being shuffled out as they're not selected. And the woman at the front desk looks over. Right, you lot. He wants you. Off you go into the office. And as you shuffle through into Mr. Knott's office, you see a rather large fat man puffing on a cigar. What brand? I'll leave that to your imagination.
I thought
You
we
can
were
smell
in 1920s Boston, not 1890s Britain. Street urchins. The woman that's a street urchin from 1890 London.
No, she's just a very old, grizzled woman.
Spit shine, sir.
She's an immigrant.
Yeah, she moved here for work, mate. Give her a break.
Mr. Knott is sitting in front of you. He raises his eyebrow and goes, Well, guys, I picked you lot out, a lot of them. I got this house. It's in central Boston. It's known as the Corbett House. The former tenants, Morocco family, were involved in a bit of a tragedy, and I kind of want to know what's going on with the house. It's got a bit of bad history, and I'm a bit unable to rent the house. If people don't want to live in there, it's not going to earn me any money. So get in there. I need you to work out what the hell's going on, and I'll obviously pay you up front. Here you go. I'll give you $25 each. And I'll also give you the keys to obviously let yourself in. But you might want to do a bit of research on the place before you go out. So, I hear there's a couple of newspaper articles in the old Globe, and maybe go to the library, or maybe the records. You don't know. It's up to you what you'll find, but time is money, so get out of my office and get the fuck to work. So, with that, yeah, would you like to... Obviously, that's handout 1. At the bottom there, it gives you a bunch of options of where would you like to go now.
Well, Gertrude, stepsister, honey, we've already got the money. Do you actually still want to go see this house?
Gertrude's picking her nose. She has real no clue what's going on. but she kind of perks up when you mention. So she just says, Gertrude, follow you.
Fools, it's in advance. There's likely going to be another payment at the end of the job. But if you want to skip out on it, that's up to you.
I'm up for some adventure.
Gertrude not like small lady.
The feeling's mutual.
So, where would you like to go? You have a selection of options on the bottom of handout 1. Pick a place, and we'll go from there.
Assuming this is somewhat recent of a tragedy, the newspapers might be more useful.
Yeah. Are you all in agreement? You want to go to the Boston Globe?
Yeah, I can do that.
Aye.
I'm up for a travel there.
Okay, well, as you say, you make your way over to the Boston Globe. And, well, as you get in there, you see obviously another woman at the desk, and she's just tapping away, looks up at you, and, hello there, what can I do you for?
Well,
Yes, my good lady. Can I acquire some information of this property I am due to visit?
Well, this is a newspaper store, honey. What kind of information are you after? We don't really have information. We're, as I say, a newspaper.
Do you have any stories about the Morocco family?
this is a newspaper shop. All you've got is information. Just look up the property and tell us what's been said about it.
If you want to go down to the records, I don't really have that authorization. You'd need to...
Damn it, women, get the person who does have the information.
You'll have to go and talk to Artie. He's off in the back. If you want to go talk to him
Artie!
to get into the morgue, you're more than welcome.
Artie! Get your arse out of
So
here.
I take it you obviously
Get
want to go see
your arse
Artie.
Yeah.
Bring Artie out.
Well, actually, his office is right around the corner there. If you wanna just go in.
Well, Eric, let's go talk to this Artie guy, shall we?
Okay, so I've just realised I haven't revealed any of the area. There you go.
Yeah. Clothed in darkness.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have heard me.
Okay, so you go into into Artie's office. Now, Artie himself is a very busy man. He barely even looks up at you when you enter his office. It's full of paper and clutter and newspaper bits here, there, and absolutely everywhere. He looks up at you and goes, "Yeah, what you want? I'm a busy
Gunto,
man."
I know you heard me. You know what I want? I want information from the records about this house, and I put the address down on the table. It's in big writing because I wrote it so that Gertrude could see it. And
That sounds like you're trying to intimidate in there,
no,
Cap.
this is just how I talk.
I don't take demands from any old bum.
Oh. We lost Gertrude. Gertrude fell over. Gertrude's having a nap.
While Christine murdered her.
We could carry on.
Okay, someone else talk to this guy. I need to tend to my sister.
Right then. So, Mr. Can't remember his name.
Artie.
I need some information upon this establishment that I have found. Please, could you help me with any sort of recent articles, any journalists items that have come up recently?
Well, I'll tell you what, Cartman. Make the first roll of the game. It sounds like you're trying to persuade him, yeah?
I'll go for persuasion.
Okay, roll a persuade. That is a 37 out of 10. Artie just looks at you and he's very unimpressed and just basically goes, "Yeah, no, I ain't doing that for nothing. Perhaps maybe you can sweeten the deal. Perhaps.
Well, my friend,
maybe.
I have got $10 here with your name on it for the information I need.
$10, eh?
Yep.
Okay, Elric walks back up to the table, leaves his sister, just lets her head fall onto the floor. He walks up to the table and takes that $10 off of off of him. He looks the editor straight in the eye and says to him, "Listen, mate, I know I came in hot here, but we've got an important mission. This is some life-saving stuff we need to do. Give me the records. And I need to roll a persuasion thing here.
Intimidate.
Yeah.
I'll
I mean, intimidate or persuade on that one. I'll allow you to
I
do
think I
either.
lowered my
Which is
tone, so I
higher?
think we can go for persuade. So what's the
for it.
dice roll I'm making here?
You need to click
I
persuasion.
remember how to do that.
Oh,
Ah,
Ooh, barely.
just about succeeding. Okay. So, you see Artie, he looks at you and he goes, you know what, just get the hell out of my office. And he shouts over to his secretary, Ruth, just let these people down in the morgue. I can't be asked to deal with them anymore. Just
I knew that bitch
let them
could
down
help us.
there.
I knew it.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna take my $10 back out of your hand. Thank you very much for that. Now,
Wait,
well,
no, you
Mr.
didn't.
Wumbus.
No, you have to roll for that.
Sleight of hand.
No, you just had it in your hand.
That was your sleight of hand.
Oh, damn.
No, I've
Alright.
scrunched it up. I put it in my pocket. You've not done that.
Cartman,
You know what? Straight up, actually.
I'm gonna go for slide.
Cartman.
Money you said?
roll a foot, yeah.
Fuck.
Well, both of you failed, so Cap, how would you like to react to them trying to essentially pick your
I just shrug them off, say, get the fuck away from me, and I go back to check on Gertrude
Well,
to see if
that's
she's
what
woke
you
up
get
yet.
for robbing me.
Yeah, Gertrude's here.
Fair play. So,
Gertrude's like, hey,
Gertrude's also a
Gertrude, feel
robot.
weird.
Okay.
It's
So I
almost
go
like
for
the
the
tower
robot.
went out of
Okay.
Gertrude's house and knocked out her.
so
internet
Ruth
for
comes around from
2
obviously the back of
seconds.
her desk,
So, Gertrude feel
and
weird.
yeah, she takes you down
This is confirmed.
down into
Gertrude is
the
robot.
basement, which is it's dark, it's dingy, it smells a bit musty. The lights have gone out, so you have to use a torch. I presume one of you must have packed a torch in your list of items you probably would have had.
Hello.
So I'll say at least 2 of you or 3 of you have a torch, if not all of you. You find a whole bunch of locked filing cabinets. There's an order to the system. However, to find what you're looking for, I need you to roll a library use.
Can I do that? Success.
Yes, everyone can. Donny Cartman is success. Enid Door, success. Well, that's 2 successes anyway.
Yeah, I'm still trying to rouse Gertrude here, so you two just carry on and try and find the house.
Fair enough. Well, that finds you 2 little experts of a unpublished story, which you may find interesting. You find it in the bottom of a filing cabinet, behind a locked bathroom door with a sign saying "Beware the leopard." So, who would like to read one of the stories of Handout 2?
I'll go. So, unpublished
Okay.
story, Bottom Load 1918. 1918 feature story, which was never published, in a state that in 1818 a family of French immigrants moved into the house but fled after a series of violent accidents left the parents dead and 3 children crippled. The house long stood vacant. In 1909 another family moved in and immediately fell prey to illness. In 1914 the oldest brother went mad and killed himself with a kitchen knife, and the heartbroken family moved out. In 1918 a third family, the Mercutios, rented the house, but they left almost immediately after they all became ill at the same time. Very suspicious.
So Ruth remarks to you, I'm sorry, but our records really don't go back any further than 1978. But you might be able to find something elsewhere. I mean, we don't keep anything past that date. It just becomes outdated. So yeah.
Could I roll an occult check to see if I know, like, a range of things that could cause?
You can do. Yeah, sure.
Ah, fuck. Oh well.
And you actually don't know anything.
Okay.
So
I
yeah.
would like
Head
to
empty.
ask. So, are there any more records of any of the property that you have in storage? I say to the lovely lady.
Well, since you both kind of rolled both successes, She has a quick flick through and goes, well, no, sorry, guys. We don't have anything else on that story. As I say, these are all just unpublished, so you might find something elsewhere.
The whole of records probably.
Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, shall we head off to another location?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
Very well.
Gertie, Gertie,
Which
are you okay,
location?
Gertie? Have you woke up yet?
Kind of.
We have Gertie back
Kind
again?
of.
Okay. So, which
Can you hear me?
location?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, we
I
can hear
know.
you, yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
How are you feeling, Gertrude?
Thank the Lord.
Is things
She,
everything
Gertrude,
okay?
head hurt.
Good.
Ruth Blake looks over and goes, are you okay there, big? Oh my god! What happened
Gertrude
to your
don't know
face?
what happened. Gertrude don't know what happened. Can someone explain to Gertrude
You just
what
had one of your
happened?
fainting
Gertrude
spells.
fell on the floor.
You just had one of your fainting spells, stepsis. Don't worry about it. I took care of you like I usually do.
It's
You
Gertrude
attempted to
felt
have
very
a
weird to
singular
have
thought
such
and
a
passed out
younger
from the
stepbrother.
strain.
I mean, I was going to say that she found something reflective and she saw her own reflection in the mirror.
Wouldn't the mirror break?
-5.
She saw her
appearance.
reflection. She saw her reflection in the water and drowned herself. Oh, I'm drowning!
So, you have 2 other locations to possibly look through. Where would you like
What
to
are
go
they
from
again?
now?
Where's the handout one? What are the
So it's Central Library or the Hall of Records.
Central Library or the Hall of Records? Well, I think I'd be more comfortable in the Central Library, considering the success we had here.
I agree. Let's go to the library and do some more information gathering, chaps.
The records might have more pertinent and older information, but I'll go along for now.
Right, so, I mean, you head off to the Central Library. The Central Library, basically, for every library role you do, it's essentially half a day worth of research. The library is a very large building. It's very grand. There's great obelisks out the front, giant oaken doors, and as you go inside, you get that smell of old, musty books. And it's a very quiet place. People are busy just kind of hurrying around, minding their own business.
Right, spread out, lads.
It's a nice...
Divide and
It's
conquer.
a nice sunny afternoon. So, I, again, need library uses, but, okay, that was already preemptive.
I'll chuck it one now.
Gertrude, add smell of old musky lady to old musky book smell.
That's 2 failures. I might add
Hey,
Oof.
So for one weird thing, it will not
Gertrude,
show
roll.
my skills on
Are
my
you sure
character
you've
sheet.
got skills selected and not
It's
like
under
combat
languages.
backstory or something else?
Regular.
Yeah, regular.
Yeah, I've got it under regular, and it's not letting me do anything. It just
Skill?
shows my character sheet.
Click on skills.
Oh, now it decides to do it. Okay, sorry, my bad.
That's fair enough.
I just had to bring it up. As long as I bring it up, we can get
Oh
it
my
done.
god.
That's a failure as well. So here's
It's
the thing.
Gertrude. What do you expect?
Here's the thing. A failure in this instance is not necessarily a bad thing. You will eventually find the information you're looking for. It's just going to take a lot more time than you would have thought so. You basically don't understand the order things are laid out in, but if you can have a guess of, have a think of what you would be looking for, that might give you a bit of a better option of things. So have a look back at handout 2 and, what kind of thing would you be looking for?
One second.
Are there gossipy, like reporter stories looking for a quick buck, or psychological reports? Since there was an insanity involved, there might be like.
I'm looking at the tabloids here,
Medical
trying to find out some spicy stories.
Well, I mean, you
Gertrude
might
is
not...
in the kids section, looking at coloring books and picture books.
Well, you know what? For some reason, someone has misfiled something into the children's section, and I'll
Please let it be a corona report or something.
She accidentally stumbles across the book that we need in the children's section.
Well, there's a few here that you would need. I'll allow you to have one for free. Gertrude, would you like to read that out?
In 1835, a prosperous merchant builds the house, but immediately falls ill and sells it to a Mr.
Come on, Gertrude, sound it out. You can do it.
Walter Corbett Esquire.
Esquire, my good lady.
Good enough.
Close
Managed
enough. Close enough.
prosperous merchant, but
so-
couldn't manage Walter.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a.
Good old Gertrude.
Walter's where I put the line. Walter's where we draw the line.
Well,
Gertrude does not understand Walter.
So the tragedies predate the house. It's not the tenants, it's the land.
Well, I mean,
Interesting.
roll me another set of library uses.
Okay. Wow, I'm not having a good time with that.
Jesus. Okay, Cat. No.
A 99? Jesus Christ.
92.
So here's the thing.
Proud keeper to a bunch of dumbass players.
Gertrude's still confused at how she understood how to pronounce prosperous.
You just see like a dial-up tone inside her head. Just do.
She's already forgot which word she managed to pronounce.
The hamster stopped. The hamster running the wheel in her head just kind of stopped for a second and was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, there is a library, a couple of library I say technicians, but library workers walking around. You're more than welcome to.
I approach a library technician and I ask her, "My dear, do we have any information regarding this, regarding Mr. Walter Corbett Esquire?"
Well, it's a young gentleman you've kind of paired up to. He's in basic workman's gear, and I tell you what, Cartman, I'll give you this one for free. He kind of suggests you look over in maybe in the 1850s section, and he's not quite too sure exactly where it would be, but he's sure that about in 1850s there's something. He remembers something about a Corbett, but he can't quite remember what. So I tell you what, just roll me a d6, and if you get under 3, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Damn.
Close enough.
Okay.
Close enough. Fuck it. Here you go.
Okay. In 1852, Walter Corbett is sued by neighbours who petitioned to force him to leave the area in consequence of his suspicion of sick habits and auspicious.
Unauspicious.
demeanour.
Unauspicious.
Okay.
Gertrude walks up to you and be like, "That word right there is auspicious."
I wonder if
God damn it, Gertrude.
if he went insane by it as well, or if he poisoned the guy he bought it from, maybe. But I still think.
Meanwhile, you
I
hear
still
in the
think
background a rattling as Gertrude has found one of those little children's toys of the blocks
the
and a
bead
wire.
ones. Yeah, I love those.
You're kind of you're thinking in the right direction there, Enid. But I mean, what would you like to do now? I mean, there's possibly more information, but you've also got a few other bits and pieces here
Enid,
of a suspected
could
lawsuit.
you maybe try your cultish charms and find something interesting on this area? You said you had that skill, didn't you? But you can
Oh,
that's it,
occult, yeah. I think mine's actually the base, unfortunately, but...
I wouldn't worry about a cult roll right
Yeah.
now.
No, okay.
Just well, I mean, what would you like to do? You found evidence of a possible lawsuit, but you get the feeling there might be something else to look for here. You've already spent about a good day and a half looking through, and there's only so many toys that Gertrude can bend and destroy by accident.
Yeah, we're probably
I'll stay here and do some more research.
Well, if you'd like to...
You knuckleheads can go do what you like.
It's up to you guys, but if
So
you'd
you don't
like...
want to split up, I'm cool
Well
with
then,
that.
Eric, shall we divide and conquer and head off to the last location on the list.
Aye, the way that woman told me to leave makes me want to stay just to spite her, but to be honest, I'm a wee bit bored in this library, and Gertrude's getting kicked.
Don't worry. Gertrude will stay with little
You know what?
lady.
Delightful.
I'm going to leave with a smile on my face
so,
at that.
Okay, so me.
So you two leave off to the other area, the Hall of Records. I will stick here in the library for now.
Okay.
I would like you to roll me another library use, and
There we
Oh,
go.
thank God.
there you go. Now that will give you the last two handouts,
Hard
but you
success
will
as
have
well.
to read them.
Okay.
There's one, and there's the other. So basically, as you've rolled that, you just happen to find these pieces of paper just kind of somehow tucked underneath your nose this entire time, and you run up to catch the other two, and you have this in your hands. So would you like to read it out?
Evidently, Corbett wins the lawsuit. His obituary in 1966 states that he still lived in the same place. It also states that a second lawsuit was being waged to prevent Corbett from being buried in his basement, as provided by his will. No outcome to the second lawsuit is recorded. He's
Concerning.
definitely involved in something malicious.
Indeed, my dear. Indeed.
You're not there.
Well, no, you kind of she kind of ran up to catch up with
His
you.
secret skill of telepathy comes in fact.
Yeah, no. As it goes, you've all kind of.
Yeah, I sense it. I sense that she stumbled once.
Yeah, Cartman, you're with me.
Well, no, because of the hard success, I essentially say that literally this was tucked under your nose the entire time, and you just happen to find it. You know, it's there, and you can all go off to the Hall of Records, holding hands, skipping merrily if you would like. After about 2 days worth of looking in the library,
Yeah.
so
So we're in the
Well.
records now, are we?
yeah,
Now,
which-
you stating she's walking off, holding hands, skipping with Gertrude.
Fun enough, the Hall
Like
of
that.
Records is literally within
Not
the
by
same building.
choice. Not
no,
by choice.
no. I would say that Gertrude's concept of holding hands and skipping off is like I pick her up and swing her over my shoulder like she's a sack of potatoes, and we
Put
just
me
walk
down, you buffoon!
out.
You're getting quite a bit of
We
attention
go.
from the library workers as you strangely pick up this tiny woman and walk off with her into essentially the building next door, which is a part of the library. The Hall of Records is essentially the same thing. It's just kind of where they keep a bit more of. Who the hell managed
Yeah,
to
that
roll
was me.
move
Ignore
that?
me. I was minimising stuff and I rolled it out. Sorry.
No, you just moved something that shouldn't have been moved. That's fine. So yeah, you go over to the Hall of Records and again. So what kind of thing would you be looking for in the Hall of Records? What are you hoping to
First of
find
all,
here?
I turn around to Enid and just calmly tell her that it's probably easier if she doesn't squirm so much. Gertrude will put her down eventually.
I will gouge your eyes out with a rusty
Yeah, I hear you. And so turning away from Enid, sarcastically,
Gertrude's confused because she thought she already put her down, but didn't realize she was still on her shoulder.
Doesn't even notice the weight.
You picked up a chair as
Gertrude,
well.
Sorry, Gertrude put small lady down now, and just like throws her down. Doesn't understand the concept of slowly put down.
I think that's is that a
So
mild-
sorry.
Eddie.
Honestly, I think if you hadn't put the thrown thing, that might have
just
endeared
bruise.
Gertrude. If you hadn't said you'd thrown Enid, it might have slightly endeared Enid to Gertrude. But no, now she's just madder.
So hey, you said you threw her.
Yeah.
Wait, endeared her. Was
Oh
she like?
shit! Am I actually
What?
gonna die from
Oh,
this? I
She's
forgot
so
Gertrude
swooned
can
by
kill me very
Gertrude.
easily.
Gertrude, I'd like you to roll a fighting
Oh
brawl.
no! Oh no!
You
Please.
rat bastard!
No! Oh,
Roll a fighting brawl.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
Right, now, here's the thing.
Oh.
Wait.
I'm
It was a
so
throw, so the
sorry.
brass knuckles cannot be involved in this.
No,
Wait, throw's a different skill entirely.
Oh, there you
Gertrude's
go.
probably
Roll
got
a
a higher
throw.
buff on that.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Failure.
It
And
just-
basically,
Live to see another day, unfortunately.
you see, you don't really
Live
kind
to
of
see
throw.
another day. I don't think Gertrude was was in danger here. Like, live to see another day. Like, Gertrude would be like, what are you gonna do?
No,
Just-
I live to see another day.
Luckily, there was like a pile of bean bags that she just lands in, so you do manage to throw her, but in something soft, so there's
Yeah,
no
told you
damage
not to
taken
squirm.
here. So you're in the Hall of Records. Again, it's the same thing as the library. So, but what kind of thing would you be looking for here? There is something
Okay.
to find here.
Is there like someone like a counter? I can talk to someone at a counter.
Well, no, it's just the same part of the library. But if you guys want to roll a library use and see what you can find,
Aye, come with me, Cartman. We're looking for the outcome of a second lawsuit here.
Well, I got one.
You got you.
I am going to
There
look
you
for
go.
details on the history of the house before that.
well, Cartman, you
That's a
you managed to roll the first success. So,
Okay.
well, actually, tell you what, Cap, if you'd like to read this one instead, because you got a hard success, so you kind of find it just before
Cartman
Cartman
found it,
starts.
and I just snatched it out of his
I found
hand.
it first. Just like the $10.
just like the $10, I snatch the report out of Cartman's hand and I pretend that I found it. And I say to everybody, look, the civil court records show that the executor of Walter Corbett's will was Reverend Michael Thomas. He's a pastor of the chapel, the Contemplation and Church of Our Lord of Granter of Secrets. Our Lord of Granter of Secrets? I read that wrong. I apologise. But the Register of Churches is also available in the Hall of Records, notes the closure of the Chapel of Contemplation in 1912. So, do we want to find out more about this will of Walter Corbett's?
I would rather investigate the chapel. Seems you might know more.
I was hoping you would say that. So,
I'm
are
about
you...
to get my sanity dropped.
So, are you all in agreement that you'd like to go to the ruined church?
We shall investigate this church to gather more information of our new acquired property.
Yes, the property. Right.
Hang on, 1 minute. There you go. So, hang on, I need to also reveal... I mean, as you can see...
Elric is confused about the intentions of young Enid, but with the promise of more money at the end of this, he decides to follow her anyway to this church. Not sure why he's going.
So, what is left of the old church stands at the end of a crooked, dingy street. The ruins are so weathered and overgrown with greenery that grey stone rubble seems more natural stone than former walls and foundations. You pass a slumping wall bearing white painted symbols, apparently freshly swabbed. There's 3 Ys in a triangle, so that the top elements of the Y touch the other 2. The centre is so created, so is pointed a staring eye. That's written really shittily, so yeah. You see this on the wall.
Oh, I'm gonna do something real stupid. Enid attempts to destroy the eye, or at least block it out so it cannot see.
Okay.
Is this the part where Gertrude investigates the wall?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I'm kidding, no.
But no,
I'm kidding.
Enid is fully aware that this is probably some spooky shit.
I
and
mean...
also contrary enough to not... Like, she knows this is dangerous, but because it's her, she's like, I will just deal with this and it won't be a problem. So yeah, she's gonna attempt to fuck with the obvious bad.
The eye itself is where that little dark patch has just appeared.
Oh, so I have to go on the altar to do this?
It's a ruined church, so yeah, you have to go inside to kind of...
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
There's not really much of a ceiling left. There's just kind of a few bare timbers where,
So
the
you can spot hidden this area.
you can spot hidden.
Damn.
Yes, and that's a failure. So, as you guys...
Metagaming here, considering I have like Gertrude's got 18 hit points, and a lot of sanity, you could probably use her as like a way of making traps trigger and stuff like that.
I know this,
by
but
having her
Enid
walk
would not
through,
do this. So if you want to, you can be like, Gertrude charges in, tosses me over her shoulder again, and then like does it. But
I'll take you with me, like we
Enid
die
would-
together.
Enid would 100% not count any of you as useful or resources in the slightest, because she's just that much of a bitch.
Well,
So if you want to stop me and take the hit, go ahead, but Enid would not.
who has gone inside the church to...
I have.
I'm still out at the front door.
I do not know if anyone's
I
followed me.
follow Enid, but I stay a little bit behind her. Let her work. I'm like,
I mean, Cap, you rolled a spot hidden there, so I assume you are inside,
Yeah,
otherwise you wouldn't be
I
able
just
to
looked
look.
inside the door and I failed to spot anything. So I've just stayed out there and
enough.
I've lit up a cigarette.
Well, to start off with, Cartman, your failed SWAT hidden roll, you managed to see some rubble.
that's some interesting rubble.
Some pretty good rubble. Yeah. Cap, there's a shrubbery. Yeah. There's a couple of shrubs. And can't really see much else.
Okay.
Toucan, well, you see just a
Well,
bit of pretty
that's the
colour on
question
the
I was
floor.
that was the
Oh,
question I was going to
that's
ask.
fine,
Does Elric stop Gertrude from going in?
Too late. You've already gone
Yeah.
inside.
I've already gone in. Oh yeah, I just charged in. Okay,
Right,
So,
so-
yeah, I went with.
Yeah, this is
with
just the sort of
Mr.
shit
Reyes.
that Gertrude does.
Yeah,
So
did.
I just
Gertrude
roll my
ran
eyes
right
and
in.
light my cigarette and I stay at the front door.
As you've kind of started to have a look around, you realise you're not walking on solid earth. You're walking on very barely covered rotten floorboards.
Uh-oh.
I would like for everyone inside to roll me a luck roll.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Sorry.
Damned.
Well,
Uh-oh.
what, failure. Failure.
Hey! My bad
Okay.
decisions got everyone else hurt. Hell yeah.
So to start off with, Jay, I need you to roll me a jump roll.
Oh, where's my jump? Son of a gun.
There should be a jump thing. That needs to
There we
happen.
go.
There you go.
Oh, that's real
Help
bad.
jump.
Now, in a failed roll of this stance, you can do what is known as pushing the roll. However, pushing the roll will, if you fail, incur greater penalties.
Okay, so what would pushing the roll entail? Just re-rolling, or...?
Yes, I mean, you can spend luck, but to be able to get a
Yeah,
success
yeah.
on that, you would need to spend a shit ton of luck. That's the thing I should have mentioned earlier. If you fail any roll, you can spend your luck to potentially succeed. Although, considering you will fail pretty high, there's not much point spending your luck on this. It's up to you if you wanted
I'm
to.
not going to push the roll, because Enid's fragile and I don't want her taking, like, her entire health bar. So I'm just going to accept the jump fail.
Well, since everyone failed, you essentially fall through the floor. The floorboards give way with an almighty creak and a crack, and you fall down 10 feet into the basement below, which was sealed off from the rest of the area.
It's 100% going to be full of corpses.
Well, if you allow me to finish.
Sorry.
You folded into a part of a basement that was sealed off from the rest, originally reached by a separate set of stairs that are now buried under tons of rubble. Within this room, there is a cabinet where two skeletons in tattered silk robes are found. As a point, I need you to, all three of you, to roll 1d6. Oof.
God
Ah.
damn.
Oh, wow, that's not good.
Well, Toucan, you lose. Well, you can all imagine what this is going to mean. You lose 6 hit points. Cartman, you lose 2. Jay, you lose 5.
Okay.
So I'm
Um,
now below half health. Also,
Can
how do
I use first
um,
aid on someone?
Hold on, I need to.
Do I have a major wound now?
You will indeed have a major wound.
Okay.
I need to just top everyone's thing here.
Just imagine like the Black Knight from Monty Python's and the Holy Grail. Like Gertrude just like lost her arm,
But she's
and
fine.
like yeah, and she's like, "'Tis but a flesh wound."
Good thing Elric couldn't be arsed with this
Actually,
particular
Gertrude and I
excursion.
get Gertrude and Enid get very similar wounds, but Gertrude just doesn't even notice, and Enid is crying on the floor.
So yeah, essentially, you've lost a hell of a lot of hit points there.
Yeah,
I need
over
you
half.
to roll a Constitution roll for me.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Well, luckily you do not fall unconscious.
That would just lead to Gertrude carrying me around again.
Before I go on to the next section, you can you both can try and do a first aid to recover some hit points. It's up to you who you'd like to try. And,
I'm doing it on myself.
Okay,
for
then
sure.
I'll do it on Gertrude. I'll first say Gertrude.
I mean, Gertrude is a tank. Well,
Rip.
I mean, you
Okay.
can spend 10
Hang on a
luck.
second.
Hold on,
Oh,
Carmen,
how
wait a
much-
minute.
First aid
Oh, sorry.
Enid because she failed.
Carmen,
didn't she?
wait a minute. Enid, would you like to spend luck on that roll?
How much would it heal me by if I succeed?
I believe it's 1 hit point for
A
first
single hit?
aid.
That would take me out of major window, wouldn't it?
Uh,
So yeah, I'll spend.
You want to spend 10 luck.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, that was accidental.
that's fine. So you're now on 3 hit points and 75 luck. No, 65 luck even.
6 hit points, right? No, 5 hit points because I had 9 health, right? And then I took 5 damage, bringing me to 4, and now I have
yeah,
1 more hit
my
point.
bad.
5.
5, my bad. I put a bit too much damage on there. Okay, so Cartman, are you wanting to also roll first aid on Enid, or are you wanting to roll it on
Right,
yourself?
so what is the
Or
Gertrude? How are
Gertrude.
you feeling? Or AKA, what is your hit point number right now?
Yeah, it's definitely.
12. Gertrude feel okay.
She's on 12.
Tis but a flesh wound. Tis but a
I mean,
flesh
6
wound
then,
for
she had
Gertrude.
a health of 6 on the roll.
You're going to try and...
No, I'm gonna.
Because I had 18 hit points. Gertrude has 18 hit
Oh,
points, so that she's
down
down to
12.
12.
Oh, then you're good. Then I'll go for Enid then for my first aid. Is that okay?
but that's the point, yeah. Just a point. Soranger, you don't roll a luck roll, you
I
spend...
know, I messed up and clicked.
No,
it,
right,
I
that's
should
okay.
check
That's
it.
fine.
Cool.
Carmen, do you...
Hard
you
success. Nice.
hard success. You know what? For that, I'll allow you to heal for 2.
Oh yay!
Just because I'm
Why not?
nice.
That's 8.
7.
From your max 9.
No, 7.
How's that cigarette? No worries.
Gertrude, are you wanting to do anything, or are you just happy just sitting on the floor, just...
Oh, she didn't even like crumble. Like, even though it's 6 hit points, it kind of hurt a little bit, but her knees barely buckled, but she's still standing.
Fair enough. I believe, actually, just thinking this, I think you're only supposed to roll 1 first aid per injury, but I'll allow it for now, because obviously, we don't want you dying just yet.
Yet.
So, the fact that you've all seen these now skeletons kind of decrepit, rotting flesh, and, well, I wouldn't say there's rotting flesh, it's been there for quite some time.
So I'm gonna do.
I want you to...
Oh, sorry, Matt. Please carry on.
I want you to roll a sanity roll for me now.
Oh, thank God, that was close.
No. Yeah, nice.
Ooh,
Oh wow,
Awesome.
Gertrude's sanity is good.
Wow. Everyone succeeded. Okay, so I won't take a point of sanity from you. It's only some old bones at the end of the day. Cap, what are you going to do looking down?
Well,
I mean,
Cap's quite shocked by what he just witnessed. He drops his cigarette on the floor, stamps it out, runs up to the edge of where he can see the broken floorboards are to look over. He looks down, shouts to Gertie to see if she's alright. You alright there? You okay there, stepsister? Are you stuck?
Gertrude, fine.
I'm fine too, by
Fair
the
enough.
way.
Aye, alright, Carmen. That
Little man fine as well.
$10 he falls down to.
You know what?
No, he's
Gertrude, take that bet.
Gertie, don't encourage her.
no. Cap is quite happily standing on a solid piece of ground, looking down at you. I'll allow you to go off and maybe go and find like a tree branch or something. Roll me a luck roll, just quickly,
Why
Cap,
would I want a tree branch?
to help them out. Something that they
No,
can
I'm not gonna
climb
do
up.
that.
But
I'm gonna-
before
Your sister's also down here.
I can just imagine him trying to pull Gertrude out of the hole and get drugged down with all the weight.
Mate,
Just gets
I
brought
know
down
my
trying to
limits.
He
hold
offers
the
the
hole.
stick to Gertrude, and Gertrude just appears
Like
behind
I
him.
know what I can do. I know that I'm not going to help them out. So I'm not going to try.
So you-
Right,
okay.
so I'm gonna
The thing is, you'd all be allowed to get out eventually. It would just take you longer. However, whilst you're down there, perhaps it might be worth a look
Yeah,
around.
so-
I was going to say,
Didn't you
I
see
want
there
to
was
do
like a
spot hidden.
bookshelf next to the skeletons?
Not a bookshelf, but there's
So
a
I-
cabinet.
Can I go check? Can I go check what's in there?
Well, the skeletons are in there. It's like a
Oh,
a
okay.
Yeah, so
wardrobe cabinet.
I want to shout down. And
But you
ask
can
them
have a
what they
spot
see.
hidden.
What the hell just
Ooh,
happened?
hard success.
Oh,
Ah,
okay. Well, Cartman has found a hard success on that one.
Hard fail.
No need for anyone else to do them. There's literally one thing you find. So, Donny Cartminius, as you're dusting yourself off, you have a look around, and you're not afraid of a couple of old bones, so you go over and have a poke around, and you find yourself a musty old journal.
Interesting.
And as you flick through it, unfortunately, the musty old journal falls to pieces as you turn the pages, but the name Walter Corbett catches your eye. An entry records that Walter Corbett was buried in the basement of his house in accordance with his wishes and the wishes of the one who waits in the dark. Alongside this journal is an enormous volume handwritten in Latin, but so rotten and worm-eaten that whole sections are no longer understood. So,
Don't worry, Gertrude understands Latin.
actually, there is a language other, right?
well, it's a 50% basic. I don't think it's in the character roll sheets, but Cartman, I would like you to roll 1d100.
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 35.
Yeah.
Damn. So somehow you managed to get the name of this. It's Liber Ivonis.
Can I roll
Curse-
a cult on that name by any chance?
Unfortunately, no. I'll only allow one person to
Okay.
have a look at this. A cursory look at the book will show in Latin Latin and deals with matters of occult
It's the
nature.
Necronomicon.
Initial reading of this book will require if you've already done that. It'll take a minimum of 3 hours, perhaps, if you want to read this book at some point. It's up to you, but may I suggest you get yourself out the hole
Yeah, so
somehow.
I'll top there.
I pick up the book, put it into my satchel, and I'm going to actually try to jump out of the hole. I did see a jump option, yes. So,
It's 10 foot
yes,
deep,
but...
isn't it?
You're going to try and jump
Well,
10
wait a
foot.
minute, guys, wait a minute.
Yeah, we go.
Like, I've been pacing up here. I've been having a wee look around, trying to find a safe way to get down to you. Yeah.
Well, don't come down
in,
here.
in order to get you back up. So have I found a way from the top in order for them to get back up?
Yeah, I'll say you find a bit of rope or, as I say, a branch that you can kind of push down and they'll all climb up it eventually.
I can throw them out of the hole.
It takes you a few hours, but you do get out of the hole eventually.
that one. It was just like, fucking no.
Gertrude, if you
No, I
throw-
don't
if you
even
throw
try.
Enid,
No.
if you
I
throw
mean-
Enid, Enid will die. It's a known fact.
I mean, I'll allow it.
Just
if
imagine
people
the-
want
No,
to
no,
be
no, no, no.
thrown out.
I mean, hey.
Don't you dare.
Hartman, we can't. I mean,
Not again.
obviously.
Turns and
I
rounds.
mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I
Enid
mean,
is
hey,
now
what if
actu-
it's like a throw and then
No,
and
no,
then
no,
it
no.
also kind of
Enid
combines
heard, Enid heard
with
Gertrude.
Elric's catch, like he'd catch them at the same time.
Enid heard
Like two
Gertrude
rolls
mention
at the same
throwing,
time.
like as soon as she heard the word throwing, she just like hid in a corner. Absolutely not again.
She needs to throw it. Yes,
Well,
a
I
stealth
mean, if
roll you
anyone-
need to do for that.
If anyone does want to be thrown out, I'll allow it. It will be a throw roll and a dex roll of the person who's thrown to land.
Yeah, Enid is not doing this. Enid
so
is going up
Nope,
the branch.
nope.
Okay.
Oh, come on. No, you.
Could I?
Oh, damn.
Could I maybe?
So
Cowards.
everyone
You
climbs
cowards!
up.
This is a basement.
I
There's
mean-
obviously stairs to the basement.
Cartman slowly backs away.
The stairs have
Hold,
been.
hold on. Is
full of
Gertrude
Like, the
still down
stairs
there?
are within
Is Gertrude
sight.
still down there for a quick sec? Like, we get out first, or Gertrude gets out first?
It's up to Gertrude. Is Gertrude still down
Gertrude,
there?
you gonna stay down there for a quick sec?
Gertrude, fine with that.
Okay, yeet. Is there a way I can Sparta kick her brother onto her so he can get thrown? Enid
I
would
would
not
not.
like that
I'm
character
gonna
right
say.
now.
I'm gonna say that it would very not be a smart decision to attack Gertrude's brother.
I'm aware
I'm
of
just
this.
gonna say that.
I know
it would
this.
Not
And I'm
be a
not down
smart
there with you.
decision.
I know, but Enid
What?
is a
No,
spiteful
they're
Hold
at
on,
bitch.
the top.
Uh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Enid is a spiteful bitch, and she and your character seem to not like each
Do
other a
we-
whole lot. So
Do we
Well-
really want to have player via
Yeah, that's
player
fine. Hey, if
conflict
you want to
this?
try and kick me, go
God.
for it.
it's less that Enid wants a straight fight, and more that she just wants to be a dick.
I mean, I'll allow it. Roll a
She's
fight
not
and brawl.
intending to kill you. She's just intending to be a
Okay.
bastard.
Roll up, roll.
Roll a fight and brawl.
Roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Rep.
It's a really
So-
bad failure.
Essentially, you go and try and kick Eric McWombus, and it's the most feeble, pathetic thing anyone has ever seen. You kind of make it kind of noise as you attempt to kick and slip on a rock and basically going to fall on your ass.
Oh, I thought I was gonna fall in the hole and then have to get lost.
Well, now
you're
you
in
said
the hole
it.
again.
Yeah, because Enid
With
would hate this,
Gertrude.
and it'd be funny to happen to her.
Would you like to roll another d6 to fall in back in the hole?
Yes.
That's damn
Right,
it.
she is a d6.
That
Depending
is
on
the-
how this
Oh,
goes.
1?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
You take 1 point of damage from falling back in
That's
the hole
perfect.
that you just
Nothing
climbed
better
out
could
of.
happen. Gertrude, yeet her. Yeet her.
I'm throwing Enid out of the hole.
Yes.
Like that's like, because you understand. Like I'm not gonna kill you.
Yes,
Normally
I know
what
this.
Gertrude would do would be punch you, but with as much health as you've got, it will kill you if
Yes.
Gertrude punches you.
Oh,
So,
you don't
we're
realise
gonna
that
take
she
a
was trying to
chance.
fight. You just kind of thought she kind of slipped on a rock.
Yeah, and hey,
Yeah,
everyone was
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
about the
And I'm
big
like,
film,
I
maybe-
Her
saved
kick was such a
time.
failure that I didn't even realise that she was trying
Gertrude
to do it
saved
either.
time. Okay, so
Uh.
I will throw you out of the hole.
All you hear
So-
is just a...
So I hate to say, if it fails, it's probably like you're not gonna make. I'm not the DM. Oh yeah.
Oh no. Well, does that just
I'm
fail
so
on damage, so I don't get hurt by it, or does it fail on the actual throw motion?
I mean, I'm half tempted to get you to roll another d6, so roll me a luck roll quickly.
Okay, look.
You need to...
My
you
luck should
spent
be 70, so it's 80 currently, but
10. What?
it should be 70 because I spent 10, but it's not went down.
It should be 75, apparently.
I spent 10, right?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I had it written down wrong. So now that should be 70.
There we go. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's just...
Never
sad.
mind, it was 80, I'm fine.
Mm, well, that's...
Nah. Should have kept my mouth shut about that.
Well, okay, you roll me another d6.
Yeah.
As you're thrown into the air, completely miss the side,
Okay, also a low roll, thank God.
land back on your ass.
Oh, I love this for Enid. She
Well,
would hate this so
Now
much.
wait,
It's so good.
wait. Okay.
Unfortunately, I need...
What if I try to help, and I try to do a dex roll, and I try to catch Enid
I
as
will
she
say,
falls back down?
be careful with this, because my
Okay.
character is not a tank and has just taken 3 points of damage.
Well, I tell you, I'll allow you to take the other two off if Gertrude succeeds a
It's
dexterity
not-
roll.
Is it Gertrude saving me?
Nice.
Yeah.
Boom! There you go.
Oh,
There
thank
you go.
God,
So
okay,
You're
so
still on
only one.
6.
Welcome.
So after failing to throw you out of the hole, she kind of Hulk catches you back in her arms And I think it's safe to say that you realise that maybe climbing out of the hole is the better option.
Now,
here.
Yeah.
Elric is up there. He's frustrated with Enid at the moment. He tells Gertrude to stop playing with her food and just get the hell out of the hole.
Ah, dear. So
I wonder
will-
how little lady taste.
What?
Gertrude,
Hold on.
wonder how little lady taste.
Ew.
I mean, okay, romance option between Gertrude and Enid, when?
I'll show you this location considering you've been here. So I should have mentioned earlier, as you look around the eye, you start to feel a slight headache whenever you go near it.
Oh, actually, remember, Enid was trying to fuck the eye up. Can she still do this?
I'd say that it kind of crumbled along with the floors.
Okay.
Right, just to confirm, we are all out of the hole now. Is that right? So
Yes.
Yeah, you're all finally
Enid-
out the hole.
Enid's
after
remembered that
essentially
she was
fucking
trying to
around like
get
a flying
that eye.
circus.
Also, is the location 8, the chapel thing, supposed to be blank?
It's supposed to be blank. Is it blank? Do you not see?
It's blank.
You not see
No, I don't
anything
see anything written
there?
on it either.
Location 8.
No. Invisible ink.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's why it says that. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, don't worry about it then.
Okay.
Well, you have essentially a few places left to look at. You've got, a lawsuit to possibly look into. Maybe you've got info on a chapel.
Should we go to the courts?
Isn't that the chapel we're in?
Yeah, which you've got some information about it as to. See if you've got the right one. You got the notice of the closure. I'll point out that as you look around, you can see some bullet holes. So maybe something went down here that maybe some sort of law enforcement might know a little bit about. You've
Okay.
also got the knowledge of the previous tenants being completely batshit insane, so maybe they're still around somewhere in the old sanatorium. But,
Let's go to the sanatorium.
I mean, where...
I want to talk to the old
Would you-
tenants.
Would you all like to
Yeah,
go?
I think Enid wants to go there too, but I'm bookmarking like the legal stuff. or
To be
something.
honest, Elric here, he's quite frustrated. He didn't want to go to the church in the first place, and now they had a cave-in, his sister's been hurt, and he's frustratedly exclaims, did anybody actually do anything useful in that damn church?
I mean, you
We
found...
found an
Found
occult symbol.
information,
you
my
dolt.
friends.
The best lead we've had so
Oh,
far.
Excuse me if I didn't.
Gertrude,
Excuse me if I
feel
don't
bad.
think finding pretty pictures in a church is useful.
I mean, you did find information about Corbett in there, so there's links to him being related to the Chapel of
We already
Contemplation.
knew that from the will.
As well as...
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've also confirmed something else from there if you read through it.
I haven't read through it. Has somebody read through it?
Oh, it was hold on.
It's handout number 7. No, handout number...
Well, I mean, Elric.
Yeah, I
hasn't
wasn't
read
there.
Like, it's kind of yeah,
Well,
Elric was up there. No one's really kind of put Elric in the loop on this.
I
one.
think
It's
the
kinda
only
what
one
they
who
say.
actually knows about that stuff is the guy
Cartman,
who read
yes.
it.
Cartman, yes.
Cartman.
I presume you tell everyone about what you've
Yes,
what you've read.
I read it out loud to everyone.
Yeah. So essentially, you find out that indeed Corbett is buried in his basement, accordance to his wishes. So the lawsuits that was filed against him did not pass. So, I will say, as you say, you've made your way over to the sanatorium, yes?
Yes, I
Yep.
wish to talk to the
Okay.
old house owner. Sorry, let's get up one of these handouts.
So, do you remember the last name? As you enter into the sanatorium,
Oh, isn't the one that went insane dead? He killed
Yes, but there's
himself,
another
right?
one, isn't there? What's her name?
The one
it's in one of the
Gertrude.
handouts. I mean, yes,
Roundabout way
Gertrude
that
is insane, but
Gert-
yeah.
Gertrude is the insane person's loved one.
We all know
Ah,
Cap.
the
not
Marciaro
Cap,
family. Marciario?
There you go.
Mercurio.
So,
They're ill. They're not insane. Would they be here?
No, they went batshit insane. They have indeed ended up in the sanatorium.
Okay.
So you approach the sanatorium. It's a grand building, although looking very ornate in nature. It's more basically just a place to put those that are unusual, those that would otherwise be an embarrassment to society, and you know for a fact that these people are probably not that well cared for, but in this day and age, nobody really cares either. So it's more of just one of those loony bins that you hear about, that you just tucked away, out the way, and everyone else can go about their day.
Back into another one of those glorified prisons. I could have went a lifetime without being here again.
Okay.
Gertrude is having a conversation with a vegetable in a wheelchair in the corner.
Do you mean someone who's in a coma, or do you mean an actual
like an actual person that is basically a vegetable, like is coma. Like,
I just had an image of you talking to someone, talking to essentially
like a leaf of lettuce, like a thing of broccoli sitting in a wheelchair.
Okay, so you go up to the person at the desk, and what do you ask them?
I let Cartman take the lead here because, like before, I've been taken to somewhere I don't really understand why I've been taken here. So I let Cartman take the lead, find out why he wants to talk to some sort. Find out why do you want to talk to these crazy people, Cartman?
Yes, so I approached the counter and I talked to the nurse behind the counter. He said, "Yes, my dear, I am looking for the Marcio family. I am their old friend and wishing to check on their health."
The Marcios. I mean, well, yes, we have Mr. Vittoro Marcio and Mrs. Gabriella Marcio, but no one's come to visit them, and in quite some time. They've been here for quite some time. I mean, yes, you're more than welcome to see them. Who would you like to see first, Victor or Gabriella?
We'll talk to them. Enough of the judgment, though. We've not been here to see them. Sorry. We've been busy. Got work to do.
Ignore him, my dear.
You hear from out the back. One of the gents going, "Hey, see if these guys want to see the loony bin fight. Maybe make a couple of bucks on the side."
Gertrude.
Oh, okay. I can
So anyway,
Gertrude ear pricks up a little bit.
Fight? They're fight?
Well, I mean, back in this day,
Eric is all about
that's
that. He
quite
has
common.
an extra $10 that he's willing to. He's willing to bet on this one.
And we're in. I think we've now determined what's going to happen with Elric and Gertrude here from here on.
I mean, you're more than welcome to see the fight.
I think split up.
I think Enid would rather scoff and get ahead with the. She's more interested in what's happening.
But,
a part of me thought you just said get head. She would rather scoff and get head. I thought, that doesn't really seem like her character, but you know what? She get head if she wants to.
I mean, hey.
That's her decision.
All right, Elric just gets bored of arguing with the receptionist there, so he takes Gertrude to go and see the fight.
So,
good.
Whilst you three go off and see the fight,
no, I stay
Enid,
with Enid,
you...
because I'm talking to the lovely assistant behind the counter.
Okay, so Eric McWombus and Gertrude, do you actually go off to the fight, or do you stay and visit the Marquis?
We're going to go see the fight.
We do, but I'm taking the vegetable that I was talking to, I'm wheeling him with me.
I mean...
He'll take...
One of the technicians...
He'd like to fight.
One of the technicians looks up...
Would any of them try and stop Gertrude?
No, I mean, one of the technicians looks up and looks like they're about to say something, but
Look at Gertrude.
very quickly throws up in a bin after seeing the face of Gertrude and thinks better of it. It's only a vegetable. They don't care too much. It's not one of the more important ones. Okay, so whilst you two go off and watch
the hierarchy of vegetables in the sanatorium. It's bronze tier. It's not a gold tier or silver tier vegetable.
It's not their top tier vegetable. It's more of a Brussels sprout. Nobody quite likes them.
Taking them either. I don't care what.
Okay, so Cartminius and Enid, you go off to visit Victoria Mercurio first. You find the man quite mad indeed. You walk down to his, essentially his padded cell, and you can see he's been in there for quite some time. It's no longer whitewashed walls, shall we say. It's been covered in all sorts of different markings and Bible quotes and symbols of a religious nature, but as to what they're written in, you're not too sure, and quite frankly, you're not too fussed about knowing exactly what they're made of. You just know they're there, but yeah. So the technician lets you inside. What would you like to ask?
Firstly, I want to do a library use to look at the markings on the wall.
They're just crosses and
So nothing of
symbols
interest.
of. No,
Could
there's
I
nothing
possibly
special.
show him the eye thing, like a drawing of the eye thingy?
You can, yes. Would you?
See if he has a reaction to that.
Upon seeing the eye, Victor Mercurio, he picks up his Bible and opens up to a random passage and just starts quoting. By his own weapon is the devil worsted. By his own weapon is the devil worsted. By his own weapon is the devil worsted.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you can try and ask him something else if you'd like.
Victor, his name is, I believe, right? So
Yes.
I turn to Victor and I ask, Victor, I must ask you, what has came to of you? What has put you in this demise?
Victor just stares at you blankly and repeatedly taps his Bible. By his own weapon is the devil worsted. By his own weapon is the devil worsted. He starts
Alas.
rocking
He's
back
crazy,
and forth.
I'm afraid.
I'll mention the church to him and see if that works.
Again, he just keeps pointing to his Bible. By his own weapon is the devil
This
worsted.
is a dead end unit.
And as he walks off and kind of sits on his bed and just rocks back and forth, repeating, by his own weapon is the devil worsted.
Okay.
The technician looks at you and goes, well, sorry guys, but this is all he says. We very rarely get him to even do anything else other than just hold that Bible. It's all he ever seems to do these days. But Gabriella is a bit more with it, shall we say? So you're more than welcome to try and see if she can give you some more answers.
We'll visit her then.
Follow along.
Okay, so well, you
What's going on with the crazy
Yeah,
swing?
what's going on with us?
Let's go to bed then.
Has Gertrude joined in yet?
I mean, Gertrude can indeed join in. I tell you what, Toucan and Cap, roll me a luck roll.
Okay. Hard success.
Oh damn! Well, it turns out you both have picked the lucky vegetable here.
We didn't even get to.
I thought Gertrude was fighting. Like, I legit thought they would somehow talk Gertrude into doing the fight.
I don't think
You're-
you'd have to talk her into it much, but yeah.
You're more than welcome to.
No, I mean, like, talking the people into letting her fight.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, that's what happened.
yeah.
That would be a real hard
Yeah.
roll.
with a hard success.
Yeah,
With a hard success, I'll allow that. But essentially, you have won so far 3 bouts, and I tell you what, add $5 to your personal treasury.
Where's my treasury?
Only $5 for 3 wins.
You have to write it down, basically. Well, this is a simpler time. Money's worth a lot more. Back
There's a
then.
wealth thing in the possessions tab.
Well, no, you have $25. You stole 10 from Cartman, so you now have essentially
Yeah, so
$40. Toucan, you have
$40 now.
30. Just on a bit of paper somewhere. Toucan, you have 30. So
I'm just going to probably say that I probably give my money to Elric. I
All
forgot
of
to
it, or
mention
just
that
the
because I know.
winnings?
I mean,
I just didn't have. I was gonna say it, but then my power went out of my house. That's why I
Keep some on you in person, but but have no pretentious that is valuable. Just pretend it's paper.
Yeah, like I would say that. I mean, Gertrude. I mean, Elric is her stepbrother, but also I would say kind of her caretaker. I wouldn't necessarily say that far. So I would say the money, like Elric would be.
Yeah, so I took the £25 off of her.
So I would say Elric had. Yeah, and then would I get 5 as well? So would you have $70?
Yes. So what happened here is
he'd have $70.
I took the £25 off of you when we started, so I had the 50, and then I took the 10 off of Cartman, so then I had 60. And then when we went in to bet on the fights, I gave 5 to Gertrude so she could lay some bets down. You know, because she likes to bet in fights. She's that kind of gal.
And then you came back double, so you got 10 back, and then you made $5. So then you have 60.
And with my weddings, I should have $70 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have $70. Congratulations.
This is why I came in this journey, just to
make money.
Yeah, essentially that. Yeah, you are now basically a minted man of the time. So back to Gabriella Mercurio. What would you like to ask her?
I think I'll ask her about the happenings at the house. When you lived there, your previous residence, did you notice anything unusual?
Well, it started off as it started off fine. We moved in. We moved in, and it was fine for a while. But there's an evil presence inside that house. At night, it would find us, and it would be leaning over me when I wake up. It was angry. It would cause dishes to fly across the room and smash, and it mostly hated my husband, Vitero. It seemed to concentrate its anger on him. He was not exactly very well off inside that house. It seemed to target him. It was horrible.
Ooh, okay. Did anything seem to weaken the creature? This presence you mentioned.
We tried to get a priest involved, but they ran out. They didn't want to know. They just simply ran. Nothing could be found. And then my husband, he went mad, and he tried to attack us all with a knife.
What is the name of the priest, my dear?
It's just a generic priest. There's nothing more to that.
Church again and find a priest. Okay.
First name Arch, second name Bishop.
Yeah, something like that.
You say your husband went insane. You're here too, aren't you? What happened with you?
Well, You see her essentially. She's basically been locked in there due to assumption that.
Okay.
She too has also gone somewhat mad. I mean.
Oh yeah, the flying across the rooms thing would probably be like, "That's not real. You're hallucinating," kind of shit.
Yeah, they've kind of basically just assumed that her madness was. Just kind of making it up, so they just threw her in the loony bin regardless.
Yeah, they did that back then.
Yeah.
Can I ask her if she had any dealings with the church?
Church? What church?
Fuck. You know full well I don't remember that name.
Church. Chapel of Contemplation.
Chapel of Contemplation, whatever.
I mean, if you read your handout, you will see that the Chapel of Contemplation was closed in 1912.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
It's only 1920 now, though.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Came here to lead, not to read.
There might...
Yeah, fair enough.
They just moved in.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're not from this country, so we should. They're not from America originally. They've moved
French.
into the country. Yeah.
All right, and I'll show her the symbol just in case she has a reaction to it, like her husband 100% did.
No, she just look at it and go, I don't understand. What is this?
Okay.
So there's nothing more you can really find out from her.
She's
I mean, considering the chapel only closed in 1912 and there was quite clear evidence of gunfire and things like that, you get the hint, you get the idea that... roll me an idea roll, if there is one.
Idea?
Is there an idea roll in this system?
Haven't seen one.
No, I'm not seeing an idea.
No, there's not an idea roll. Okay. Roll me a luck roll then. Give me a luck roll. There you go, Soren J. You seem to think that maybe going to the police might be a good idea. That perhaps that
crime scene.
yeah, perhaps maybe they might know something.
Then I turn around to Enid and say, "Shall we catch up with the other two before making our way to the police station to find out more information upon the scene of the crime?"
Okay.
Well, I'll let you see what's happening. Essentially, you find Gertrude in the ring, covered in sweat and nothing more. She's essentially
nothing more. Like she strip off her clothes. Like, does she win from like people dying just looking at her?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that person's passed a luck roll. They didn't vomit.
Pretty much.
I think Enid's eyes like visibly widen at this, and then she just looks straight up at the ceiling, like, "God help me."
Well,
all right, Elric turns around to Carmen with a big smile on his face. He's in a much better mood now. Really, really happy with himself. He says, "All right, there, guys."
Because he saw Gertrude naked.
Because he's won money.
Dude,
No.
Because he's a winner. he's
Quits in.
would you like to discuss
Just
what
saw
the next
Gertrude
plan
naked.
is?
I would say that would be a lot worse than whatever money
He's just
he
made like
got.
£10 in 2 minutes. He's really happy. so he
Would you like to discuss what's
so he
what
turns
the next
around
plan
and says
is
to
then,
Carmen,
Jim?
"What did you find?"
Sweet fuck all, my friend. Let's get out of here, shall we?
Yeah, I didn't get in either. As I put the money
no,
in my pocket, I didn't.
So do you...
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, carry on.
Gertrude, please put some clothes on.
Gertrude, feel free. Gertrude, feel at home here.
I tell you what,
Trust me, you don't want to stay in these places.
Jay
Pleasant.
and Cartman, would you like to roll a sanity roll for me?
Oh, for God's sake, we've seen that booty.
Okay.
Thank God.
Cartman, would you like to roll a sanity roll for me? Okay, so luckily you don't go crazy.
Yeah,
You
Cartman
don't
didn't
lose
even
any
notice
Why
that
sanity.
she
is
was
my
naked.
sanity 50? Bro, my sanity says
I would say
75 on my
this-
thing, but says 50 there. Is that supposed to
No,
be
that's
that way?
Cartman's. It says 50.
Oh, no.
That's Cartman's.
Never mind. Small brain.
That's fine.
I would
That's right.
say that as Gertrude's caretaker, that you've probably seen her naked. This isn't
Yeah.
the first time Elric.
Yeah, it's not the first time that he's
That's
made
why I
money
didn't
off a
make you
fighting
roll.
either.
I thought you were going to say
Definitely.
made money off from being naked, and I was like, ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, there's some very dark. I mean, was video even out back then? No, I don't think video was out back then, was it?
Mm,
No, the
actually,
TV came out in
maybe?
1923.
TV, but
Yeah, but
home
projectors existed
recording.
before.
I
that.
looked up I looked up a chronological for the 20s, and this is 1920. The TV isn't like showcased in the public until like 1923.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's no
but
TV.
projector films.
What I'm getting at is there's not any home movies, shall we say?
No.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I'm
Maybe
so
pictures. but
you toss her
definitely not
her
movies.
clothes. I'm going to say,
pictures
Gertie,
from
come
the
on, get your
the waist
clothes
down.
on. We're leaving now.
Chuck a sack over it.
Right, so Jay is the only one seeming with any sense. You kind of persuade the others to go to the central police station, maybe to find some information there.
I follow along with much more
So-
enthusiasm this time because of my improved mood from my winnings.
Fair enough. So as you make your way to the police station / high courts,
So
well,
is Noah going to talk about the fact that I brought the vegetable with me?
Oh, he's still here.
no,
Oh, no.
no.
Oh, come on!
The technicians will not allow you to kidnap a vegetable. I mean, if you do, then you'll have to leave them within the next location, which
What
is the
about a lock
police
roll?
station. You just kind of have...
Just leave him in a cell.
Go. You know what? Go ahead.
Gertrude fights
Roll
an
me a
entire
luck
police
roll.
prison.
Okay, we gotta do this. I gotta at least try it.
Okay.
Yeah!
Oh no!
Woo! Hard success!
Due to your sheer hideous face and the fact that you've made a fair few people ill by stripping off and fighting, they're just not paying attention to you as you... They're just grateful you have left. They don't even notice the vegetable that you've taken. However, the police station will notice and just quietly ask you to put them to one
Right,
side.
I'm on the bench there.
I mean, I've got him in his wheelchair. Like, I didn't drape him over my shoulder. Like, I'm wheeling him in the
Look,
wheelchair.
Gertrude's got a pet now. How charming.
Oh, God. As you enter the police station, the
Potential weapon?
sergeant behind the desk looks up and goes,
Ignore the vegetable, my friend. I'm
it-
here to look into the crime events of the chapel down the road. I have it in my notes here, my friend. Oh, 1 second. I pull out my notepad and I try to find the church's name. Just going through my handouts.
The Chapel
the
of Contemplation and the Church of our Granter of Secrets.
you want access into our files? I'm not gonna lie, we don't let anyone into those. You know, this is a police station. We're not gonna let people into classified information here. You know, it's classified
yes,
for a
my
reason.
friend. I wouldn't want anything classified. Just anything that you could tell us. Memories. Were you there yourself? It was quite a nasty place, but it holes everywhere. Surely someone must remember what happened.
Everyone, roll me a law roll, a law skill.
Law as in like double
Yeah,
L-A-W?
languages.
Yeah, I don't have
LAW.
anything in law.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I don't think any of us do.
Alright, so tell you
Okay,
what, I'll
um,
barge past Cartman here, and with a big old smile on my face, I pat the policeman on the shoulder, and I tell him, look, mate, we're trying to do you a favour here. This old creepy house got a lot of shit going down underneath it. Nobody knows, you don't know, but you will be called to it. You will be called to it in the future. Probably best you let us take care of that instead. So, how about you get us all the information, and we'll take it from here.
Well, perhaps if you maybe slip over a Benjamin or two, I might be able to give you what you want. So he's basically either offering for a bribe, or you can.
Is either intimidate or persuade.
Can I roll a persuade roll in order to avoid the bribe?
I mean, you can roll either a persuade, a charm, or a fast talk.
I mean, communally, we do not have two Benjamins. Like, all across 4 of us. Like,
Well, I think that's
bribe.
just him being British. He doesn't know what a Benjamin is.
Yeah.
A couple of fives, then.
That's
Yeah,
a
that'll do.
Couple Lincolns. Throw a couple Lincolns.
Couple of
my
Lincolns.
way.
Try for
Couple of
persuade,
Lincolns.
then.
There you go.
Oh,
There we go, so I've
nice.
avoided the bribe. Excellent.
We kept the money.
So you essentially have given a very good reason as to why. So yeah, I mean, so the officer kind of looks at you and goes, you know
This
what?
is what happens when Elric's in a good mood.
Fuck it.
Everything just goes right.
You're probably right. We've been to that. I think I know the house you're on about, and I think I know the church you're on about. Yeah, give me 5 minutes, and I'll go find what you need. So he gets up and disappears off out the back, and you can hear files rummaging and bits and pieces. And he comes out and goes, "Yeah, you know what? Here, but don't tell anyone I gave you this. This is
Yeah, well, given the secrecy and the kind of man hours that you would have spent doing this, there's got to be some sort of reward in it for us, some sort of down payment, maybe a bounty of such.
Don't push your luck, pal. Here's the file. Passes it to you.
I don't even get another persuade check.
Carries on going by. No. Handout number 8 is now available to you, Cap, if you would like to read that.
Right, File 8. This file concerns a secret raid on the Chapel of Contemplation. The police raid was occasioned by affidavits swearing that members of the church were responsible for the disappearances of neighbourhood children. During the raid, 3 policemen and 17 cult members were killed by gunplay or fire. Autopsy reports are singularly lacking detail and uninformative, as though the coroner had not actually performed them. Though 54 members of the church were arrested, all but 8 were released. The records hint of illegal intervention in the proceedings by an important local official, offering stories of the battle, the biggest criminal action in the city's history that never appeared in print. Pastor Michael Thomas was arrested and sentenced to 40 years in prison on 5 counts of second-degree murder. He escaped from prison in 1917 and fled the state.
There you go. So, with that information now, there's you seem to think you've got a good idea of things now. Discuss amongst yourselves quickly. What do you think is going on here?
I think to myself, that is some size of cult right there. How the hell did a cult that size manage to operate in this out of this church for so long?
Bribes, 100%. Corruption is inevitable. It always has its effects.
Gertrude's playing patty cake with the vegetable in the corner.
That symbol, though. The church. The house. They summoned something there. But Victor, his words, that quote. I forgot what the quote was. Fuck.
By the devil's hands may he be undone.
By the devil's hands.
Something by his
weapons, wasn't it?
Yes, by his
by the
weapons
devil's
will be
weapons.
undone.
I think it's time we mosey down to this house and have a look-see.
Is the symbol the weapon? Is there another weapon we missed? I don't know. We shouldn't go there unprepared. We need a way to fight.
I'm still not concerned with the supernatural element of it because I didn't
perhaps
talk to
Gertrude alone would be
we have
enough.
Gertrude.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I didn't talk to the crazy people, so I'm not really all that concerned with the supernatural element of this.
I presume you've been
Yeah,
informed.
we debrief them.
All right, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. So you've been informed. So you want to go to the house?
There doesn't seem
There
to
isn't
be
really
anywhere else.
we can go. We've got plenty of information based on what we got. As far as I know, that we got a dead guy in the basement. He was a part of a cult, and this church guy is probably still in the picture somewhere. So
Not 100% sure on who the important official was.
I feel
but
we've got enough information to go down there and check it out. As long as we have a volunteer for frontman.
Yeah, somebody remind me what Norton was actually looking for at the house. What did they send us there to do?
He just wanted to know why things were going
Why
bump
things are going bump
basically.
tonight.
Yeah, probably to clear stuff up. Because everyone who lived there went insane, so now there's probably a knowledge around the town that this house is a bad place to live. So if we can clear up and give a reason why it's not a problem anymore, he can sell it.
Yeah, he wants someone to clear up, what's going on. And
Yeah, so I've got lots of conspiracy theories ringing around my head regarding like the officials of the state getting involved with cults and getting involved in some sort of nefarious, weird stuff in this house. But for my bets at the moment, I'm not thinking supernatural. I'm thinking more like something more nefarious. Given the disappearances of children, I'm expecting to find something quite grim at the house.
Yeah, same with the Grim. I think Enid is 100% on that this is supernatural, this is occult, we need a supernatural answer to it, but has like Gertrude as a backup plan, just as a blanket. If we don't find a way to deal with supernaturally, we can just shove your sister and they'll be fine.
Yeah, so
I feel like Enid is slightly endeared towards Cartman, maybe a little bit more towards Gertrude and just hates
Yeah.
Elric with all of her tiny
Elric just
little
cannot
being.
be arsed with Enid. He's just rolling his eyes every time she tries to do something or say something. He's just like, for fuck's sake, this woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Enid's rated Cartman as helpful, Gertrude is useful, and Elric is someone she will kill if she gets the chance. She just is so bad at it that she's never
The
going to get
problem
the
is
chance.
Elric's actually contributed some quite positive things to the
Yeah.
investigation. So,
He has, but
but it's
Enid's
his
a bitch.
attitude that she doesn't like.
His attitude.
Actually, the
and
fact that
also
he's
the
been
fact
useful
that-
that pisses her off even more.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. Also, she's the kind of person where she would love to have Gertrude as someone she can point at a problem and have Gertrude just go, okay, me smash. But she can't because you're there. And if she actively puts Gertrude in danger, you will intervene, and then she won't be able to use her. So she's just real pissed off. If Elric dies, she will be happy, but she's never going to be actually able to do anything about him. Too much of a wimp.
Okay, so as you approach the house, the brick building is overshadowed by taller, newer office buildings on either side. The house fronts the street, and in the rear are overgrown plantings and half-collapsed arbour. Access to the rear exists on either side of the residence. Studying the house, the observer is impressed by the way the house seems to withdraw itself into the shadows cast by the flanking buildings, and how the blank curtained windows hide all understanding of what lies within. So, would you like to look around the property as you've now got it up on your screen? At least,
All I've got is a front section.
yeah, well, you've got the front section. I assume as you walk around,
Yeah.
So I can do a spot hidden.
you can.
Success.
Okay, so on your success, you seem to find that all of the windows, they've been nailed shut from the inside. The front door itself, whilst you do have the key to the lock, there's 4 additional bolts that have been added within the last year or two, some of them looking a lot more fresher. So, getting in is going to be a little bit more trickier than you would have...
Wait,
Gertrude punches the window.
Is it completely shut in from the inside, the bolts as well, or locked?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Everything has been nailed shut, except for the door. The door is simply super
many
locked up.
bolts does it
There's
have on it?
way... So, within... Well, including the first one, there's 4 additional locks. So, getting in,
I was being serious. Like, she kicks in the door or window. Like, she legit makes an opening.
Roll me a power roll, I'll say.
Oh, yeah. Extreme success.
Well, that door is immediately turned to splinters, and you are greeted with that corridor. You basically see inside is dark, dusty. It doesn't look like anyone's been in here for a few years. There are 3 doors that you can see on either side, and the very end of the hallway is the stairs.
We should stick fairly close together in here. Who knows what they didn't want us finding with all those bolts and boards.
I turn to Gertrude and I say, Gertrude, I have a secret.
I interrupt Cartman.
Gertrude listening.
I'm like, hey, hold on a second. Can't go using Gertrude like this. Gertrude,
Hey.
stand your ground. Stay here with me. We're having a cigarette.
Okay, Gertrude not listening.
So you're not going inside then, no?
I walk into the house. No, I do. I walk into the house and I look around into the first room.
Call if you find the basement. I'll go into the second one.
Okay, so the first room The room is filled with boxes and junk, such as a rusted water tank and an old bicycle frame. At the end of the room is a cupboard boarded shut.
Okay.
Would you like to
So,
look around?
yes, gonna say spot hidden or not library use. Spot hidden.
You can give me a spot hidden. Success. Okay. So you wrench open the cupboard. You find inside 3 bound books. The diaries of a certain W. Corbett, the former inhabitant of the house, as the address on the flyleaf of the volume 1 testifies. That's really weirdly written like that. The Corbett diaries are in English, though sometimes strangely phrased. The 3 volumes take a total of 2 days of reading. You still have that other book, by the way.
Oh, great. So we'll read that as well.
Yeah, so
Hello?
you can probably read that afterwards. It's going to take 2 days worth.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit in this room for 2 days.
Well,
Do
you
you
won't
want
get
to give one of them to someone else? So instead of it being like 4.5 days, it's just 2.5 days.
The way I was going to play this is that you guys will read this after you've kind of
Do a bit of exploring first.
Oh my god, my
finished
internet
here.
again.
Yeah, so it would be in your downtime. So, Jay, you enter a second storage room. Contains nothing more than old furniture.
My internet cut out in the middle
Some
of
of it's broken up into various piles.
it. Are you kidding me?
Oh dear, who did we lose? We lost Toucan again.
It's alright, I've got Gertrude outside. We're just having a cigarette while you two are looking around.
Convenient. There we go. Yeah, the furniture. I imagine every time this happens, just Gertrude just slightly just passes out in standing. It's like a horse in a stable, just slack-jawed, drooling for a minute, and then just. So yeah, you find basically some furniture that's it's broken up, and yeah, there's large sections of wood that's possibly going to be burned into a wooden stove.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll spot hidden in here just in case.
Okay. Yeah, you find nothing. There is broken bit of furniture. Might be able to use it as a weapon, possibly. Maybe. Other than that, nothing of interest in
I
there.
think Enid picks up like a board with a couple nails in or something, just in case.
I'll say you pick up a beam, so essentially
Yeah.
you've now got a bat.
Yeah.
Cap and Toucan, are you just going to stand outside, or are you going to come in and investigate the
I'm
other
having a
rooms?
conversation with the vegetable.
The vegetable is no longer
Yeah, we
with
left
you.
the vegetable at the police station.
The cops
No,
were
I
very...
brought them with him. What do you mean I did not bring
No,
the vegetable? I
the-
bring the vegetable with me everywhere.
The police officers were very successful in handing you a very lovely colouring book in return for the vegetable.
I did not roll for this. I feel like this was...
Yeah, you know what?
cheating.
I've got to agree with you. I don't think that this was ever discussed.
They replaced it with an actual vegetable, handed Gertrude a turnip instead. She didn't know it.
I am not going
I
to allow
feel-
you to take a person and use them
I
as a meat
feel like
shield.
I need to roll for this. I feel like that's fair. That is...
Alright.
You just
Yeah.
cheated me out of my vegetable.
I need to know.
Alright,
I need to know what kind of
alright,
conversation
roll-
I'm having with
I tell you
Gertrude.
what.
Does she have the vegetable with her or not?
Roll me an intelligence roll then.
Oh, you're an ass. There's no way that's a lie. That's cheating. That is not an intelligence roll. You know that.
Roll me an intelligence
That is
roll.
full of shit. That is not right.
Reason for your character to get away with just taking a floppy
Yeah.
person out of a police station. Without any
I
questions
walked
asked.
in with the person. Like, would they just let me walk away without the person?
No,
I mean,
Who
they're
does
quite
that? Like,
clearly...
no police does that.
You'd have to be extremely
Like,
lucky.
ma'am, hey, you forgot this person.
This person
Like, they're not just
is
gonna let you walk
clothed
away
in
without
hospital
him.
gear. I'm fairly certain they'd
What about
find
a
that a
stealth
little bit
roll?
suspicious. No. I would like an intelligence roll to see if Gertrude is
You're a-
intelligent
that is-
enough
That is horseshit.
to work out if
So cheating.
she has the person or if she's a police officers have simply handed her a cabbage with two
I'm
googly
with
eyes
Tukin
stuck
on this
to
one.
it.
This is a
That's
his GM going
fair,
mad.
because
Cheating.
I don't think Gertrude would be smart enough to realize she should hide vegetable for a stealth roll. I don't think she'd realize.
I
to hide
came
it.
in
I think
with-
she'd just walk in with it.
I came in with the person in a wheelchair. Like, no
Just
cop
roll a
walks
damn
up and is like,
intelligence roll.
don't worry, we'll take care of them. And then just, like, leave with your... Even my grandma. Like, they didn't ask me about this vegetable. Like,
You're
they don't know
70
anything
years
about
old.
this
Your
vegetable.
grandpa is dust.
Like, it could have been my brother. Like, or, like, I mean, like, my stepbrother's dad. Like, you never... Like, our shared dad or something. Like,
What
I
would
don't-
you prefer?
You never know. They didn't even ask me about this person.
Okay, if you're saying
And they
that
just
it
leave
could have
with
been my
them?
brother out loud, Enid 100% chimes in with, "It should have been your brother. Would have stood in better."
fuck off. You did.
She's again.
Wow. Okay, alright. Look. I will allow you to roll a luck roll instead then. Slightly higher stats.
God damn it!
That's so close.
Alright, that's fair. That's fair.
I
I'll
will
take the
say you
I'll take
can
the fair.
spend luck.
Oh no. Hold on. Oh,
You can spend 1 point of luck.
this is Gertrude bringing a sacrifice into the ring.
Yeah. Do you want to spend that?
Alright,
luck
so
to-
Would you
how would I
like
spin the luck?
would you like
So
to
I go down-
spend 1 point of luck?
And does like spinning it like I guaranteed get it or
Well, yeah, because you succeed.
like
It basically takes the number down to a success because you are 1 away from a success. There's no
Done.
catch here.
Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
You spend 1 point of luck. You have your
Excellent.
vegetable.
All right. So we're stood outside the house, Gertrude, and you still have your guy in the wheelchair.
What one-
His name is Brian.
All right. So I say to Gertrude, I'm going to talk
I
to
will-
Gertrude like I would do as a stepbrother. I would say, "Stepsis, what are you doing?"
Gertrude having conversation with Brian. Brian have very stimulating
You want to
conversation.
give Brian some time in the porch here and have a wee look about this house?
Gertrude feel like Brian would be lonely out here on
You know
porch.
what? The floors look flat enough. Let's take Brian in with us. All right,
Gertrude like
excellent.
idea.
So there's what? How many rooms is there? 3 more rooms. 3 more rooms.
Yes.
So
Go to the very last
I
one.
tell Gertrude to take Brian into the room number 3, while I have a wee look in room number 4.
Room number 3. Okay, to start off with, room number 3 is essentially the mud room. Gertrude, you see hanging coats and overalls, galoshes, hats and umbrellas. Several bags of coal for the living room's freestanding stove are placed here. You notice the side door. It's also secured with 3 extra bolts and 2 locks, but this time from the inside. So there is a second door to the outside here. Is there anything you'd like to do with this?
Rip off the door.
I assume there's nothing you would like to do with this then?
What do you think, Cap? Metagaming a little bit, not as Gertrude, but what do you think, Cap?
Well, I mean, you're in that room without me at the moment. I've went into a different room. No.
Oh, you didn't go
It's
in
just
there
you,
with
it's
me?
you and the
It's just
vegetable
me?
in that
Oh.
room yourselves.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I guess I kind of try to open up another escape route. I would say Gertrude tries to kick in that door. If it's not, like, she first tries it. First tries to see if it's unlocked.
You can see there's 3 deadbolts and 2 locks. You can undo the deadbolts and you'll just be left with the 2 locks. If you would-
She kicks in the door. She doesn't deal with that shit.
Okay, I am...
Power roll.
Yeah, power roll or a fighting brawl. I'll allow either.
Definitely power. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'll say this. Your vegetable has kind of inconvenience you in a way that this room's a little bit too small for you to be able to get a proper kick in. You did give it your best shot, however, the 2 deadbolts and the lack of room, you're just not able to open it up. It remains closed.
Damn.
Cap, you have entered the living room. This room contains conventional furnishing, a radio, couch, stuffed chairs, and shelves laden with Igors. Whatever the fuck a Igor is. You cannot help but notice the unusual quantities of crosses and images of the Virgin and other Catholic artifacts.
Well, first thing I do is I check the couch cushions to see if there's any loose change.
A luck roll.
Give me a luck roll. You find 50 cents.
Nice, that's going into possessions. I've now got $70.50.
As you do this, I want everyone to roll me a listen roll.
Damn.
Oh!
Success.
56 versus 56.
Failure. Cartman? Oh, you've already rolled. Oh, Cartman and Swearinger, you've already rolled. Sorry. So only you two hear this, but you just hear a very, very faint "Get out." You can't help but tell if that was just the wind, because there's a bit of a storm blowing up outside now, and especially with that door kicked in, I'm not quite sure if that was something you've heard or
Okay, yeah, Enid is...
something unusual.
Yeah, Enid's suspicious.
Yeah, well.
Like, she already loves the occult, like, she's already into occult stuff, not necessarily in a likes it, but in a fears it way. She's 100% taking that as, like, immediately belief.
Well, I heard
Cap,
nothing, so I'm probably doing something else in the living room or dining room.
Well, if you go into the dining room, you see that this indeed is a dining room. It's filled with a very large, very nice looking, but very dusty mahogany table with a built-in sideboard and 7 chairs. 3 places are set and unused. Scraps of rice and soup rot in the middle of a giant pot in the middle, as if basically the last meal was never eaten at this table. It has just been left since the Mercurios were left. I'd like you to run me a spot hidden quickly.
So I didn't find anything hidden.
Yep, you noticed nothing unusual about
case,
this.
I'm pretty bored with what I'm doing. I've got a wee bit of extra cash, so I'm pretty bored with what I've found so far. I don't really care about the pictures, the table, and the soup's kind of putting me off. So I'll go and check on Gertrude.
Okay, well, as you step outside into the hallway, you hear a loud thud and the noise of something rolling
Is that Gertrude kicking in
across
that door?
the upstairs. That too. However, you hear something rolling across the landing above you, just rolling,
Like
and
as
then
if it's on the second floor.
yeah, as if it's on the second floor, and then followed by a as if something's coming down the stairs
throwing my
towards
handgun.
you. Roll me a sanity check. So as you hear the noise coming towards you, you're all alone in that hallway, being blown around by the wind that's coming in through the very now conveniently kicked-in doorway. Nothing comes down the stairs. As the noises get louder, you don't see anything or anyone. So I'm going to have to say you lose a point of sanity on that
Alright,
one.
so I'm down to what? 54?
Yeah, it's only one. It's not a major loss, but it unnerves you somewhat. It's
Is this a temporary
Not
or
quite normal, yeah.
or a permanent one?
Oh, this is a permanent one loss for now.
Alright, so I've got my handgun drawn. I've been blown
So-
about a bit. I'm not happy with the weird feeling in the house, but I continue to go and check on Gertrude.
Well, you go and check on Gertrude, and You're all fine. Everything seems to be okay. Everyone else also heard that noise, but no one saw if anything came down the stairs or not, so no one else needs to roll sanity for that one. However, you could still hear something scratching around upstairs. All of you can hear it now. You're all drawn to that noise, and you're all out in the hallway. What would you like to do now?
I would like to go to the dining room and have another look around.
Fuck all in there, mate.
Okay.
Yes, to you.
Fair enough. Well, roll me a spot hidden then.
To you, my friend.
Roll me a spot hidden then. As you still hear this sound of footsteps upstairs. Yeah, Cartman, with a success, you just find that the food might have been nibbled by rats.
Oh.
Other than that, nothing else. There's nothing really of interest in here.
Okay.
The food's mouldy,
Then I leave the dining room.
I told you, mate, no need to be so smug about it.
Elric McRoberts and said, I found something more than you did.
Gertrude.
Congratulations.
Gertrude, would you mind coming with me for a second?
Okay. Gertrude
she's
swoops up the vegetable in his arms like a bridal style.
Yeah, Enid's going towards the stairs with some degree of caution, and the board, the bat she found raised at her
Are
shoulder.
you all going upstairs?
Let them two go first.
Yeah, I'll
follow.
But
That's
you
why I'm
do.
holding the vegetable, because I know I can't.
I'll position
wheel him
myself in
upstairs
front of
in a
Gertrude.
wheelchair,
Yeah.
So I'm like carrying him.
with the handgun still
Okay,
drawn.
so you're all now. You're all now upstairs. Let me just reveal what you see. Gotta get that correctly lined up with that.
Ooh.
So, you're greeted by a long corridor again. The windows have all been very heavily curtained. Can't really see any light in here. It's fairly dark. 3 doors further down the hallway, and one immediately to your
I'm going to
left.
start by tearing the curtains off of one of those windows.
You allow some light in. At this point, it's become late afternoon, and with the shadows already cast over the house, it's gloomy inside. But you can see a little bit better.
Cartman, do a wee spot hidden.
I switch on my... okay.
You see a long corridor. It's very dusty. And with the success, you notice that there are some little scratch marks in the dust, but nothing really of any value.
Enid checks the door,
Which-
closest to the stairs, but
The closest to
first she mentions this house scratching the rotted food. The fact it was boarded up inside. There might be rats here, but rats can't make locks. We should leave before dark. This is her just suggesting to the group that they should get the fuck out of here before it gets dark, because again, occulty, she doesn't have any reason to back this up other than scary dark.
Elric rolls his eyes and just says, aye, alright, Enid. Very good.
Alright, and she goes into the room.
Inside, you find the bathroom. It's stained, dirty, and it's just containing a sink, a bathtub, a water closet with an overhead tank. Towels and other possessions are still here, of a typical family of 4. The brackish pool of water is collected in the bathtub, fed by a dripping faucet that, even being turned, it just won't quite turn off. It looks pretty foul. The water's been stagnant there for quite some time.
Enid, this house was smelling bad enough. Did you have to go and do that?
Roll me a spot hidden.
Oh, me? Yeah. Okay. Oh!
Extreme success.
As you lift up the lid to the toilet,
Oh no!
you find the previous residents forgot to flush before they left.
Seriously? Spot hidden behind some.
Smells like Gertrude's toilet.
You quickly shut the loo, and I imagine you'd leave the room fairly disgusted
Yeah.
at the sight. Dirty
As she
peasants.
leaves, I turn around to Eden and ask her what she found in that room.
A perfect portrait of Elric.
Oh,
Elric smirks and winks at Enid.
Okay, yeah, Enid minds growing up a little bit.
Okay, so you still have 3 other rooms to investigate within this.
Upon laughing, I walk into the next door, the second door on the left.
3. Okay, just checking something quickly. So you walk to the second room. You see, essentially, as you open the door, you come across a bed frame, rusted, bare springs jutting out, and it's pretty run down and rusty. You wouldn't want to sleep on this, let's just say that. You would definitely not be getting a good night's sleep. There is a dresser tucked up against the wall, although it looks unused. It just looks like a very empty room. Would you like to
Okay,
investigate?
Yes. I'm assuming spot hidden.
Well, you can go into the room and have a look. You find the walls seem to start dripping. You can't quite make out what it looks like, but it looks like a reddish liquid dropping from the ceiling. I presume the rest of you are still outside in the hallway, right?
Yeah. I think Enid's kind of like leaning around the corner because she's curious but doesn't want to repeat of the poop incident.
Carmen, I want you to roll me a sanity check, as you realise this is blood pouring from the ceiling and slowly covering everywhere. Okay. Roll me a D4.
Or 1d4.
1d4. Yeah. You're going to lose 2 points of sanity, as you know full well blood should not be coming from the ceiling. This is most unusual. This is kind of horrifying.
Does Enid also have to do it?
No, none of the rest of you see this.
Okay.
However, this is very disturbing for you, Carmen. I presume you'd make some noise. Would anyone like to go and check on him?
Yeah, Enid will.
Yeah. I'm already
Stop
making my
that.
way to the other door, and I
Still
motioned to
close.
Gertrude to follow me instead of going to see them.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll go
Gertrude
in there
goes
with
to
them.
the next door.
What's a screaming man?
As-
matter to you.
Like I kind of I hate to say, Cap, but I kind of ignore you and I go to the next door.
Yeah,
There's
that's the one
3
that-
doors in there.
Well,
So it looks like.
bear with me a second before you two open those other doors. As Carmen, as you find yourself feeling a little bit ill, you need to kind of go to the window a bit and try and get some fresh air. But as you do, I need you both, Enid and Carminius, to roll me a luck roll. Sorry, that was meant to be Carmen. That we need to get some air. Carmen succeeds.
Hard success.
Oh, you are lucky. Well, as you get near the window, you kind of hear a scratching noise, and you manage to duck out the way in time as the bed frame comes flying across the room and smashes into the window, breaking the glass and sending glass shards scattering out onto the rooftop above you. You kind of need to, you kind of stand there for a minute, stunned as what the hell has just happened. And again, you both need to roll me a sanity check, because
Uh-oh.
that bed. Oh,
Yes.
Cartman, you lose nothing. Enid, I need you to roll me 1d4 as the sight of this bed flying across the room. it unnerves you a little bit, but
Yeah, Enid's
clearly,
seen some shit.
clearly not enough. Oh, no, that's 74. Wait, no, that's luck. Hang on, what am I doing? I need to go back into character sheets. Hang on, one moment. So, Enid, you have lost 1 point of sanity. That takes you down to 74. And Cartminius, you took 1 earlier because I forgot to put off the right one. Where is it? There it is. And you're now at 49. Okay. So, you're probably going to want to get out of that room fairly quickly because that's not normal. Do either of the other two of you do anything to hearing this sudden loud bang, or are you just going to continue to check the rooms you're in?
Gertrude,
Mm,
are you going to check that room?
well, if you check your room, I probably will go check on them. So, or if you check on them, I'll probably check my room. It's kind of 50.
Well, I was thinking, instead
did
of
I
going
say?
into my door, I've noticed that you've just walked past me. You're doing your own thing. So I would just shrug my shoulders, because that's sort of the kind of crap that Gertrude pulls quite a lot. It's not something that surprises me. So instead of going into my room, I walk over and I open that door for you, because you're still carrying a vegetable.
Okay.
I mean, I've got a foot. I can kick in doors. Like, I don't need someone to open your door to me.
Well, despite hearing a rather loud noise, and I imagine quite a kind of startled shout from the other two, you don't really seem to give a monkey's. So you just open the door and you find an ordinary
bedroom.
bedroom.
That Enid been
It's
a
got a
press
double
again,
bed.
like that time when she was in the bathroom.
Fair enough. You find a double bed, a bookshelf, a window with a view, apparently of the room. Apparently this room would have been the Viatro and Gabriella's bedroom. More crosses and candles are scattered all around, as well as a rosary and a breviary rest on the table beside the bed. Other than that, not really a lot. It's just kind of another bedroom. You have one more room to explore upstairs. Who would like to go and investigate?
I think we should all go.
Yeah, we should absolutely stick together.
So I and Enid walk out of our room, and we bump into Gertrude and Erid on the front door of the very last room.
So you open the door then.
Yeah.
I'll go in first.
Yes,
I've still got my handgun drawn, so I'll go in first with a handgun drawn.
Okay. Well, as you open this room...
Wait, we haven't told them about the flying bed.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, we
Fair
noticed
enough.
that you're scared as you're coming out of the room, and I've already had a creepy
Yeah, I don't-
moment myself. That's why I've got my handgun out.
Yeah, I doubt you'd believe in it about the flying bed in any case.
Well, I tell you what, Elric and Gertrude, roll me a spot hidden.
Jesus, my spot hidden's crap. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't see anything, but you definitely smell a foul odour when they walk closer to you.
Wait, when we walk closer?
That was quite a scare.
Ah, fuck, did they throw the toilet water on us?
I think one of you might have shot yourself. I think that's what he's getting at.
I'll leave that down to you to determine who did that.
Sorry, Gertrude, sorry. Happen every once in a while with Gertrude.
So, this bedroom contains nothing more than 2 small beds and toys, dresses, pictures of aircraft and cowboys. This was the children's bedroom of the family. Not really a lot
Alright,
else
so
in
I'll
here.
move into the room. I'll let the other two in.
Okay. I perform a spot check as I should.
Okay.
Nothing?
Enid is also going to do it in the spirit of togetherness. Yep.
Yep.
Well then, this is.
That's just a kid's room.
You
Well, investigation's over. Well, you guys have a good one.
Actually, didn't they say there was a basement to this house? We haven't found it yet. At the very least, that original, what was it, William Corbett's corpse should still
Yeah.
rest
Did anyone
there.
notice some stairs down the stairs?
Yeah, as you walked up, you noticed there was another set of stairs that led down.
Okay.
Okay then. Then we shall return to the lower.
Let's all go together.
Who?
Gertrude, take last one there, rotten egg. Gertrude just starts sprinting down the stairs.
I would like to know who is the last person to walk out of the bedroom.
Well, Gertrude's
Oh,
already
no.
running, so I go after her.
I was second.
I think
I tell you what.
I think Enid will be the last one.
To make it fair, I would say roll me a luck roll.
Which one?
A luck roll. Whoever, well, all of you.
God damn.
Yeah, I think.
Oh
Enid
my
will be the
god.
last
Oh
one
my
out.
god.
Oh,
I just like trip and
no.
fall.
Gertrude.
Like I kill Brian. Did I kill Brian as I tripped and fell?
You
Like,
landed
he
on.
die?
Gertrude, you are the last one out of the room. As you turn to leave, you see what looks like two small children. They're playing, and they turn to you.
Oh no.
And as you see them, their faces start to slowly rot in front of you down to nothing more than bare bone and sinew. And they kind
Melting
of start
ice cream children
walking.
want Gertrude to play with them.
Fuck's sake. They slowly start to walk towards you. I would like you to roll me a sanity roll.
Damn.
Gertrude not phased by melting ice cream children.
Apparently not. No, Gertrude, you just close the door and walk off as if literally nothing had happened whatsoever. Maybe you give a slight wave, but you are
I
completely.
mean, she's 85 sanity. Like, there's nothing that can phase Gertrude.
Yeah,
Like, it's just-
you are completely unfazed
Bye-bye,
by
melty
this
children.
turn of events. So you're all down on the bottom floor, on the ground floor.
So is there a last room? Because I'm seeing there's one room we haven't explored.
Yeah, that's the stairway, and there's the stairway down.
Hold
Would
on,
you like
is
to go
that a
down?
doorway beside the stairway to another room?
Yeah,
It
I think
is.
it's the one you guys didn't quite get. Maybe an extreme success in the dining rooms required for it. Or something.
Would you like to go in there?
Right, so what are we doing? We're going straight down first, or are we checking out this room before we go down to the basement?
I mean, we
I
can
wanna
try
check out
for
this
the room.
first.
You don't really have to try for it.
Oh,
All
okay.
you,
Looks like we're all
just have to
agreed
go in
we're all
there.
going into this
Okay.
room together.
Gertrude's trying to convince Elric to, like, let her go play with the melting ice cream children. Obviously has no fucking clue what the hell she's talking about.
So you find the kitchen. It's a conventional kitchen with an icebox, a wood-fed stove, an oven, and a meagre larder. Some foodstuffs it might be edible. There's some canned mystery soups, rice kernels, several pastas, and a few bottles of homemade wine. Produce which has not been spoiled or eaten by rats is it's more on the higher levels, but it's just the remains of someone's food. Nothing else there.
Spot check.
I walk into the
100%.
kitchen and I grab a bottle of wine and I throw it at Eldridge, saying, "Catch!"
Wait,
Roll me a throw roll.
what did you say?
Pelt him with wine.
He's trying to give you a bottle of wine.
Ah, excellent.
Cartman, roll me a throw roll.
Yeah, just finding it now. Climb charm.
In the meantime, I'm talking to Gertrude. I'm humouring her. Yes, there are melty children, but no, you can't play with them. We're doing something important here. We're looking for money.
As you're discussing this, Elric, you notice a a bottle of wine smash quite far from where you are across the floor. As you see Cartminius very pathetically throwing a very small bottle and.
Interrupted from my conversation.
You don't
with
get a
Gertrude,
bottle of wine.
I turn to Cartman and say, "The fuck you playing at, you cunt? What's going on here?"
Ooh. Is there any more wine around?
You can find another bottle or two
Can
if
I
you
grab
fancy.
some? Is there a tea towel or something? Like,
Yeah.
I guess you can possess it.
great, lovely.
You can pick up a bottle of wine if you want.
Cool. I'm gonna spot hidden as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab like a cloth and some wine.
It's just a kitchen.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, sorry, hold on.
Again,
Elric,
Cartman. It's just a
Elric,
kitchen.
Do you still have a lighter?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Are you making yourselves a Molotov cocktail, perchance?
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Yeah, I've got a
Well,
lighter. I've still got a few
well.
cigarettes as well.
Or burn us alive. That's quite possible as well.
Okay, I very much approve. I tell you what, roll me a... No, you know what? I'm just going to let you have it.
Okay, neat. Worth
Just
noting
gonna-
that I have not taken the lighter. It is still with Elric, because I do not think if Enid asked him to just steal his lighter, it would work.
Fair enough.
But I do
So
have the wine and the cloth, so I,
You've made a Molotov cocktail, but you have no way to light it.
Elric does. I don't. I have not yet stated that I'm about to blow shit up, but, should it become necessary, we have a backup.
In the meantime, I'm still angry at Cartman for throwing a
Okay.
bottle of wine at me. I mean, he missed, but it's still something I want explained.
Need to actually find the rules for this, because I don't know the rules for a Molotov cocktail.
If there's a rule for like a grenade or something, it'd possibly be similar.
There is a specific one for a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, neat.
I just need to find it, because I wasn't expecting... There it is. It's
You weren't
2d6. Okay, right.
That's a lot. Okay, nice.
So, you've looked upstairs, you've looked in the ground floor. There's only really one way to go.
Basement time.
You want to go to the basement?
Yeah, sure.
You...
That's.
Oh, shit.
I leave the kitchen, turn around to the others and say, "Well, screw that for a pint of chips. I'm not going into the basement." And I turn around and I walk out.
Worth noting that Enid wants to go into the basement, will not go in alone.
So, just
So
to
if-
be clear, Cartman, you have left.
No, I do. I say that, but I do shamelessly follow them into the basement.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Enid says that she doesn't want to go alone, so Elric sort of just shuffles in front of her.
Aww.
I feel like Gertrude's a little embarrassed that she tried to be the first one to leave the top room and then failed, tripped and fell, and failed. So she probably kind of shoved past everyone and was trying to be the first one into the basement.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with having Gertrude do that.
Fair enough. Well, you are... Well, you're in the basement.
I burst in front of everyone and say, "Right, chaps, let's have a little look around." And I do a spot hidden. And there we go.
Well, if you give me a second, Carmen. The door to the basement, well, it was meant to be locked, but I presume that Gertrude would have just booted it open anyway. You walk down, and it's a storage room. The stairs are in rather poor repair, and there is an electric light bulb, but you test it, and it doesn't work. The walls of the basement seem to be lined closely with very fitted boards. I need you, one at a time, to make me a dex or a climb roll.
Extra climb, okay.
Now that I'm the only
Cartman
American
succeeds.
in this
Gertrude
whole,
succeeds.
in this whole campaign, I just feel like
Oh, thank
Gertrude's been
God.
speaking like
Gertrude
normal.
just jumped the whole stairs.
Gertrude has been speaking normal English, but because everybody else is from the UK, it sounds like she's a moron.
Fair enough. Cap, I need a climb
I've
or a
done it.
dex roll.
Critical
Oh,
success.
you've already actually. Everyone has succeeded. Fair enough. Okay, well, you just walk down the stairs. You notice they're a little bit uneven, and you seem to think maybe one or two of them moved, but yeah, there's nothing really of interest. The room you're in a small room. There's scattered tools, pipes, trash can lids, some lumber, some nails, screws, and so on and so forth. Cartman, considering you did make a spot hidden and it succeeded, you notice that if you... Hang on, first row, press the row. Where is it? Hang on. Succeed on this. Here we are. You find a knife.
Another one.
You find a knife. I need to find the handout for it because I have not seen the handout for this. Where is it? I am missing a handout. Nope, there it is. Okay, never mind. So yeah, you find a rather interesting looking knife. You can pick it up, but upon picking it up, you see it seems to try and twist itself free from your hand. It seems to almost like want to pull itself out. It doesn't want to be held by you.
That's definitely cultish.
It's a rather ornate hilt. The blade is coated oddly with thick rust. The rust itself, I mean, you could look more into it. Roll me a power roll quickly.
Power roll?
Yeah.
Okay, Seed.
Well, you managed to keep hold of the knife. It tries to pull out of your hand. It desperately doesn't want to be held by you. It seems to really want to get out of your hand. It does not want to be held.
Sorry. Is it pulling in any direction, or is it just like trying to drop to the floor?
It's trying to pull towards what seems to be the wall on the opposite side to you.
Okay.
Opposite side to the stairway.
Then I let it pull me towards the wall, and I examine the wall.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually going to work. Oh, bugger. Oh, crap.
Well,
Alright. I can be the guinea pig.
Cartman, I need you to roll me a power roll.
Critical success.
Okay, for a moment, you seem to feel as if something's whispering in your mind. You can't quite work out what it is. It seems to be muffled, but you quickly get distracted by Gertrude letting out an extremely loud fart.
That's what we're reduced to now. That's the level of comedy that we've reduced ourselves to.
That's the level of comedy we started at.
Gertrude had a toot in the corner. She tooted.
Mate, I don't know how to tell you, but Gertrude herself made a fart joke like 2 minutes ago? 5 maybe?
Fair enough.
I did a spot check and found some shite in a toilet. We've been here for a while.
The little rabbit droppings that as Gertrude was walking away. The little rabbit droppings.
Oh god.
Oh, Gertrude,
okay,
Jesus.
so Carmen, as you're kind of pulled to the wall, your hand goes through one of the boards. It's very weak. It's very very rotten, and there seems to be more behind it. However, you hear a whole bunch of scrabbling around and frantic squeaking. I will give you a luck roll to roll. Roll me some luck.
No, yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a failure. I'm going to... Essentially, you have stumbled into a rat nest. And they are not happy that you've disturbed their lair. They are very much going to attack you in a second. Once I...
Okay, I dodge.
Hold on. I need to make this visible. Layer. Map layer. Oh. Shit. Undo. Okay, the rat pack has disappeared, but there is a rat pack there. It seems to have wanted to become part of the map. So, yeah. Anyway, there is a rat pack that has swarmed you. It's going to...
Hang on, I want to dodge the swarm. They are coming at me, but I want to dodge that.
Well, first you need to find out if it hits you or not.
Oh.
That is a 58. They needed a 40, so they don't even hit you. They kind of run and flee in panic, as it were. They're only really kind of just trying to escape. You'd realise that they're not there for you. They're there to get out. So they run past you, and nothing really of any more interest in that. But you do see, however, there is something else. There's another room on the other side. Laying motionless and seemingly dead on a pallet in the centre of the room is a wooden-looking figure, wizened figure, somewhat 6 foot tall, skinny, naked, and ghastly wide. Wait, what?
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking at here.
Skinny, naked,
old
ghastly wide, flying saucer-like eyes, and a nose like a sharp knife blade. Some sort of chain rests around his neck, and he's lost all of his hair, and sunken gums makes his teeth look extremely long. From him comes a sharp, sweet, churning scent like a rotten corn. The floor is earthen, and there is a table southwest in the corner and some curled papers on it. Corbett is going to... Well, you have found the body of Mr. Corbett, and he rises from his pallet. Carmen, I need you to roll me a sanity roll.
He rises from his pallet. Lovely.
Yep.
Making me crazy.
Oh, I need you to roll a d8.
Oh, what?
Jonathan Harker.
You lose 5 points of sanity, which I believe... okay, Donny Cartman, yes. I need to edit. Sanity down by 5, so...
Crazy. Who'd you like to know?
You're at 44 sanity. I believe that in itself, if you lose 5 or more, you're going to have to roll me a D100. Yeah, actually, yeah, roll me a sanity check.
Another one?
Yeah, roll me a sanity. You succeed. An intelligence check even, sorry. My bad. Oh, you did not want to succeed that one.
Shit. What?
You're going to be our first roll of insanity.
How? Why? Because I was...
Because you succeeded. You don't. If you get 5 or more on a sanity roll, you roll an intelligence check. If you fail the intelligence check, you don't quite comprehend what's going on. If you succeed, you basically go insane for a temporary amount of time.
Okay.
So
can I just sit in the corner and rock back and forth for 10 minutes?
No. Instead, you realise that the ghoul isn't... It's not really a ghoul. It's just a homeless man. A simple homeless man who just wants some spare change. Yeah, it's just a simple homeless man getting closer and closer to you. The rest of you now hear the shuffling noise coming through the room as the rest of the wall seems to fall away and reveal this empty earthen area. If I can release it. Bada boom.
Oh.
Now see if this one disappears as well. Otherwise, no, I don't want that. Info and overlay. Layer. Token layer. There you go. Can you see that now?
Yeah, creepy boy.
Yeah. So you now see Walter Corbett. I need the rest of you to roll a sanity roll for me. As you see this, you succeed.
Uh-oh.
Cap, you fail. Toucan, you succeed. Cap, roll me a d8. Oh, actually, no, was it a d8 that I got Cartman to roll?
Yeah,
It was a d8.
Yep, it was a DA.
Cap, unfortunately, you need to now roll me a intelligence check. Can someone tell me if you passed
Yes,
or
I
not?
did.
He did.
Did.
Okay. You passed. Okay, so again, you don't see what everyone's kind of worried about. You just see an old man walking closer to Cartman, asking for change,
How
and
much are you asking for?
I don't think that matters. He's just
Just
simply
leave it.
asking for change. It might be
Figured out that he's
350.
actually the Loch Ness monster.
Damn, locked his monster again.
No. Right.
Where have you been, Lockie?
So, I need you... Well, I need you all to roll me a... I want to say... I'll try and work out how to put everyone into combat mode.
Brawl on it.
No, I need to...
Combat
No.
mode. Oh, fantastic. Gertrude takes out her breast knuckles.
Yeah.
Gertrude been waiting for this.
I thought you said
Gertrude
breasts.
warming up at the sanitarium. This the real battle.
Okay, so roll me a... I'm going to say Dex for now. I don't quite know what it is.
Dexterity.
Oh, rip.
That's fine. It's whoever gets the number goes first. Has everyone rolled?
Mm-hmm.
So, Cartman and Toucan. Cartman, your first roll, you're not going to do anything because...
Oh, extreme success though.
doesn't matter because Corbett, you see Corbett as
Yeah,
a...
that just means you've
regular
extremely
hobo.
quickly got your money out for him.
Yeah, if anything...
I've got the 350 for you. I got that 350 for you.
Yeah, if anything, you just see an old man and you give him some money.
Oh.
Right. So Corbett will be going third in the lineup. Okay, Toucan. What are you gonna do? You see this Gertrude sees this crippled old thing coming towards them. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so hear me out. All right. So Gertrude still has Brian.
Oh.
Now,
Oh, yes.
okay, hold on. She still has Brian. Now, this is a small, tiny man, kind of like Brian. Now, so she kind of sees Corbett as like Brian. So she feels kind of a kinship with Corbett. So she
Wait,
runs
hold on.
up
Wasn't
to
Corbett
pick...
huge?
Corbett wasn't really huge, was he? 6 foot tall. He's not really.
Yeah,
No,
6 foot tall.
She's
Okay,
6'5". She's 6'5". He's nothing compared to her.
Okay, fair enough.
So, and 5 inches is a big thing. So she walks up and wants to pick him up like Brian.
While she still
So-
got Brian, or did she put him down?
Yeah,
for a bit?
like holds him like Barbie dolls. Like,
Oh,
when we're
yeah.
seeing, like, Ken doll says this, and Barbie says that. Yeah, she sees another potential Brian, so she goes to pick up Corbett.
There's problems there because I think you need to be intelligent enough to recognise who it is first.
Yeah, you're not going to
Doesn't
be able to
matter that
pick
it's
up Corbett. He's
It's just a wizened old man.
I hope this
I mean, we haven't really discussed what Brian looks like, but I would say Brian is also a wizened old man if he's a vegetable. So.
You're not going to pick up Corbett.
Oh, come on.
No. Well, all right. I mean, if you want to get close to Corbett,
yeah.
throw me a fighting brawl, then I suppose.
Damn.
Yeah. This ain't
right.
all good.
So Corbett is going to, as you kind of come near him, he kind of moves slightly back a bit, and you may be a bit overturned by the vegetable you are carrying. Okay, he is going to swipe at you. That's a success and a half.
100 though.
Yes, it's out of 100. That's an extreme success. So a D3.
Now, how does this affect Brian?
This is going to hurt you.
And kill Brian.
Right, a D3 is a D6 but halved, so 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, so that's 2 damage. And because it's a D4, because he got a critical success, so you take 3 damage. So if you edit that onto... Hang on, I'll do that down the bottom here.
I have 9. I know.
I need to... This bloody system is so awkward to try and use. Everything is in the
Hang on,
way.
Matt. Before you do that, I want to try my first aid out on.
Cartman, you're insane for now.
You're nuts.
Oh, okay. I can't do that at the moment.
No, you don't get an option for this one. Right, you lose 4 hit points. So you're down to 14 for now. And this is where it gets more and more trickier because there's a lot to do and there's not a lot of space on my screen. So you are possibly going to get an infection. Where is it? I need you to roll me a Constitution roll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you do not become delirious for 1 turn. Who is it next? It is Sorenjay.
Here's the question, as I said. What happens to Brian?
I'm going to assume Brian is a very feeble vegetable at best. I'm going to say he's dead.
He gets ripped apart.
Yeah.
The reason why I say this, because now
Gertrude. Yeah, she has motivation.
Now Gertrude's bad. Fair enough. Sorenjay, I need you to tell me what you're going to do.
Enid's going to assume that the whole Gertrude thing is going to keep the guy occupied for a while.
Right.
It's Gertrude. She attempts to kind of sneak around him, half considering a stealth attack, mostly just to see about those papers.
You want to go and try and see the papers.
Yeah, hopefully without gaining Mr. Spooky's attention and getting mauled.
Okay, let me go and find out what happens. I need you to roll me a stealth roll then.
Probably not going to work, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, closer
Failure.
before.
You're not going to get the... Well, you can push the roll. Well, no, you can't push your stealth roll, but you can spend luck.
Oh, I'm cool with spending 3 luck for that.
Okay, Erendor, luck. I need you... I need to go into your luck and take away 3 luck. Don't know why. I'm pretty sure you guys can do this for me.
Oh,
but
yeah, sorry.
That's alright, I've done it now. 71 luck. What was that, 70? No, I just took it out of sanity.
Oh, whoops.
My bad, hang on. That's not the one to take it out of. Too many screens. Too many screens. How many luck was that? Sorry, 1 luck?
It's 3 luck, taking away, so 67 luck I should have.
67. I thought you were on 69. Okay, 67.
I mean, 69 would be
Nice.
cooler, but
No, 69. 69. Okay, so because that's your turn, Cap, I'm going to suggest you roll a Constitution roll. Actually, no, it's Corbett's turn next. Corbett is going to wrench the knife away from Cartman because it's a magical dagger. It floats up to him, and he is going to attack with it. It's going to be roll 100. Doodly-doo. 14. That is a success.
luck of the devil.
Pretty much. Let's see what his power roll is. Power is 90. Yeah, that's a success and a half. Cartman, it's going to come after you because you're the closest one to it.
No, Gertrude is. She went in for the brawl.
You had the knife, and because you're delirious, you're not going to.
I can't dodge it as well.
No, not this time. I'm not going to allow you to dodge it this time.
I call that favouritism. I think he's picking on me.
Not quite, because you're delirious. If you weren't delirious, you'd be able to move. It does hit you. It's going to... It's not a hard success, luckily. Choose a... Right, 1d4 plus 2. You lose 3 hit points as the knife slashes into you.
That's just a flesh wound,
Let me
the other thing.
adjust that. I literally can't see anything on my screen. There's too many bloody things up on it. So yeah, Cartman, you take 3 hit points. If I can find your damn character, because it's hidden behind all the others. There we go. So you are now on 9. Okay, now, Cap, I need you to roll me a Constitution roll. See if this delirium this
Critical success.
you are no longer
Look at
delirious. Okay, what would you like to do?
that. Well, I'm already armed, and I just saw somebody get stabbed.
Okay,
So-
what would you like to do?
Yeah, and this arsehole just attacked my stepsister. What's that all about? I'm going to go in blazing.
Shoot.
Yep, raise the handgun,
Okay,
start shooting.
firearm check. Oh,
I swear to God, you hit me.
you whiff. You can push the roll
Push
if
the
you
roll, what
want.
does that mean?
You roll again, but if you fail, there's going to be a penalty for this if you fail it.
Extreme success on the second one.
Oh, you are lucky. Okay,
So what's that, one miss and one hit?
Are you firing twice?
Is that what happened?
No, if you push the roll, if you fail it again, you would have hit probably Gertrude.
Hey, Cartman's the one that's closest to him. He just stabbed him.
No, Cartman had the knife.
Yeah, and then the guy's just stabbed Cartman with it.
I guess say you have a 32, so I'm going to say roll 2d4 for me. So the d4, and you obviously click the 2. You shoot him, he takes 4 damage from that. He's now down to 12.
Right. Done the first bit of damage. Excellent.
The geezer has he had 16 health. Jesus.
Okay, yeah, he's
Handguns
pretty
don't
hardy.
really do that much damage.
Quick question. What
Mhm.
deals more damage for me, the bat or the knife?
The bat.
A knife would do
1d4?
1d4. Funnily enough, the bat would do 1d6.
Oh, so bat. Got it. Cheers.
Soren J, you were... You were after Corbett, weren't you?
Yeah. So I'm not going right now, but
Were you after Corbett? Hang on, have I missed...
I was before Cap.
I may have missed you on that one. Sorry about that. Too many numbers to keep track of. Yeah, so you go next.
Oh, I did stealth roll. You said I need to look up what happens if you read the papers, and then...
Oh, yeah, you failed your stealth roll. That was it. Okay, so it will then go back to the beginning of turn, which I believe was Gertrude. No, Cartman, because he got the lower one out of the lot of you. Roll me a Constitution quickly. You pull out of your homeless man disguise, as it were. You no longer see him as a homeless man. You see him as the creepy old crony thing he is. What would you like to do after essentially being stabbed by a knife as well?
Just noticed that.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out my handgun. Yeah, pull out my handgun, stick it to his face and shoot him.
Well, pull out your gun. Roll me a handgun.
Rip.
That was a fail. You can push the roll, but if you fail, you will hit someone else or something. What are you going to do? What you got? Okay.
If I hit someone, that could cause problems.
So it then goes back to Gertrude. Gertrude. Is Gertrude mad?
Oh God, Gertrude, man.
Gertrude
Gertrude lets out a shriek. She already has her brass knuckles on, and like she go, Gertrude, do this for Brian, and a goddamn haymaker to Kobold's face. Like I'm just talking rear back, like whole fucking slam into the face.
Go ahead. Fighting brawl.
It's weird as that brawl is just not that big for her. Oh my God.
Oh, that is a extreme success. I will count as a critical. Roll me 2d4 as you essentially brass knuckle Corbett to the face.
Are you kidding me?
As you tickle Corbett's nose hairs, you kind of pluck two of them out. I mean, hey, it's still a hit after all. Okay, it's
damage. Jesus Christ!
It's now Corbett's turn. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Captain, roll me a power roll.
Is it his turn?
Last
time.
No. There's reasons for this because it was Corbett's turn. Cap, you feel a presence in your mind for a minute, but you're very, very, very quickly able to just brush it off and ignore it, as it were. Corbett was essentially trying to control your mind for a moment.
Is there a counter option? A riposte?
You succeeded. No. Okay, who is it now? It would be...
Me, I think.
Is it you? Yeah, okay. Yes, it is you. Yes, because you're after Corbett.
I'm usually after Gertrude, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, no. I think Corbett got lower than you, didn't he?
Maybe? Last time Gertrude went and then I went.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You go.
Anyhow, I bunk him over the head with a bat. Or I roll to do so anyway. I'm not entirely sure. Would that be brawl?
Fighting brawl.
Bonk.
Yeah, rep. No bonk.
Ooh. You can spend luck if you want.
10 luck, though.
10 luck, but if I'm feeling we're close to the end. So, You know what, I will. At least half, because I want to see bad things happen to Enid.
Okay, so you spend 10 luck.
Yeah, I've edited that.
And you're already somewhat behind Corbett, so you smack him over the head with essentially a wooden chair leg. Roll me a d6.
5.
5. Yeah, you pretty much cave his head in a little bit. He is not looking too good here. Yeah, he's really not looking good at all. Okay, who was next? Was it Cap? Was it Cap next? I think it was Cap next, wasn't it?
Yes, Cap.
Yeah, Cap. What are you gonna do?
Well, let's just keep blasting away here.
Okay, roll your firearms. Oh, okay. I need... What do we call it? It was a 35 automatic. No, 35, a 32 revolver. Yeah, 2d4. And with that, you put a hole through Corbett's head.
Blast him right in the head. Yeah.
His body falls to the ground, crumpled
So
into a
what's happened
pile.
here is Gertrude and Enid have beat him, and I just walked up and gave him an execution style shot right in the head.
Pretty much, yeah. You've successfully killed Corbett. You feel the house breathe a sigh of relief, almost, and that evil presence is no longer there. Whilst yes, the room smells of a decrepit, deceased old body. Corbett's body just turns to nothing more than dust in front of you, as you realised you've defeated him.
The vampire style of death.
Pretty much. You have, succeeded.
If possible, I want Enid to grab the papers that were on the desk.
You
Shove
can
them-
indeed.
Shove them in her pocket. Tell everyone to get clear and use the Molotov to burn the corpse. Like, burn the remains. But if anyone else wants to do stuff in the room first, obviously that first.
Okay, well, if there's nothing really much else to do.
I build a funeral pyre for Brian out of the remains of the pallet.
Molotov can deal with that too.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, you've got the alcohol,
Come on.
I've got the lighter. Yeah, we can do all that at the same time.
So, yeah, you start a fire in the basement,
Quite clearly.
and you will quickly leave and
Oh.
watch as the house goes up in flames.
I forgot we were supposed to be making this sellable.
Yeah, the house has now burst into flames.
the land-
And I turn around to everyone and say, well, that's how you do an insurance job, chaps.
You later return to your employer, Mr. Knotts.
Oh, you think we're going like to the police station? Like we're going
No,
hang
your
around
employer.
after this?
Yeah, I want to go and see if I can get more money.
Oh, no.
I kidnapped a man from the sanatorium who is now dead in the basement of a place. We ain't going to the police station.
Yeah, we
No,
ain't
no.
going
Gertrude going to
nowhere.
prison. Gertrude going to prison.
You go back to your employer, and he seems a little bit unhappy that you've somehow managed to set the place on fire. Give me a good reason as to why he should still even bother paying you, let alone not get you called in by the police.
I've
Well-
got this gun here.
He did pay us up front.
Roll me. I want you all to roll me either intimidate, charm, or
Oh,
fast
yeah.
talk.
Okay.
Gertrude brings out her brass knuckles. Do an intimidation.
Cartman, you try to glare
God
at him.
damn.
Oh wait, I did.
It's all-
Sorry,
Oh
that was
my
a persuade.
God!
No, that wasn't the right one. What was the three you chose? That was
Intimidate, persuade, or
persuade.
fast talk.
oh, was persuade one of them? I thought you said something else. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No.
you weren't meaning persuade, so you need to roll again just for reasons.
Well,
Oh no.
oh god.
Good lord.
Okay.
We
So
all going to prison.
you all basically look at him and
Oh my god.
desperately
Wait,
try
let
and intimidate him. Captain,
Ow.
you
Hold on.
oh dear.
Interior
Cap.
handgun
Oh
You-
my god. Hello?
brawl.
Hold on. Let me do fast talk.
There
Hold
is
on.
not a single thing you can do now that will essentially persuade him not to call the police. I will allow you, however, to run and
Oh my
flee
god.
the area.
Okay.
So,
So
I'm looking for fast talk. Maybe we can talk our way out of this.
so roll 20 has decided that the adventure really is over.
So you're gonna
Your adventure is over, as essentially
The site has
You are-
decided we are not allowed to exist anymore.
you are asked
Oh,
to
there
pay.
we
I just got a charming success.
Hey.
You are asked to pay back the $25 he gave to you due to the fact that you've burnt his property to the ground.
Well, then.
Hey, he's asking us to
Actually,
do this.
here's the thing. Does
Yeah.
he have any proof that we did it?
No,
Well,
not in the slightest. We burnt the place to the ground. There ain't shit there.
if it's over
There's
50,
nothing there.
if it's over 50, he has proof. If it's under 50, he does not. We agree with this?
Okay.
That's fair.
Oh my god, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was standing outside, so
Oh,
you can
damn
either
it.
pay him back the $25 each,
I've only got 10.
or you can have to beg, steal, or borrow.
I then have to then sleight of hand the cap.
God, these rolls.
Okay.
Cartman,
This
you
is ridiculous.
fail again to try and steal from Cap. If you maybe ask nicely, Cap might offer to give you
No.
the money in return. The rest of you, however,
Oh my
Will.
god, what the
Like-
fuck? What are you
I just threw out psychology just for shit.
the rest of you, however, will have to give back the money.
you
Toucan,
imagine
you gave
if we
your
had
money
this
to.
luck in
It's
the
alright,
boss fight?
Token. We've still got $20 on us
Look at this.
after this.
Cartman, you are $15 short, and as such, you're going to need to do some hard labour for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Yep,
basically
I'll
going
leave
to.
Cartman to his fate.
He's basically going to take you round the back, and
Oh my
well,
god.
undo me.
you're not going to have a good time of things. Let's just say that. And thus ends the campaign.
With like 13 failure rolls in a row.
Yep. You all failed miserably to convince him to let you keep the money. I think the only people that have come away with any kind of money is Cap and
Because we
Toucan.
gambled.
And that,
And
yeah,
stole.
because you gambled and stole.
And that spare
Well,
change I found in the
that
couches
was
and stuff.
that.
Hey, I was the only one looking for money in this game.
Yeah, you were. Right, well, that's it for tonight.
Right.
I should say, this morning, shall we say.
Yep.
Well, that would be that.
Oh, then
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's only a really early 6:32 for me.